Hi, VOD girlies. Welcome back to Poptopia. We're going to continue the story. And that's it. I hope everybody's doing good. So I'm going to start off this VOD by talking about and spilling the beans of what I did today. All right. First, let's align ourselves. Let's align ourselves with what's going on today. First of all, I need to turn this down just a little bit. I'm feeling a little bit hyped up today. Y'all know how I get. All right, we have to rebuild that huge building. I don't care about that railroad. I'm not going back to the beach. So we're working on that building. Girl, this sounds loud in my ears. Let's turn that down just a little bit. Okay, I knew Lucario was gonna come today. I haven't played since last time we played, so please excuse me. But this is looking lovely. Oh my goodness, with everything's grown out and everything. That's so lovely. I'll talk to y'all about what I got up to today. I had a lot of fun today, y'all. I'm having a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun every single day. Oh my God. I can't cry yet. You are not actually human. But I sense a warm aura from you. You must like the aura of humans who loved and cared for their Pokemon. I look forward to seeing what you achieve in this world. If there's anything I can do to help, you need only ask and send me a paycheck because I am the Flop Payola Pokemon. Actually, no, I'm not the Flop Payola Pokemon. That's Greninja. But I don't do anything for free. Lucario, the Aura Payola Pokemon. Lucario would have been totally irrelevant if they didn't put them in a movie and the main character of every single video game in this generation. Everybody loves Lucario, and she has sickening ponytails. She's healing. I like the healing Pokemon. Girly Pop tier list. Is your favorite Pokemon healing? She came here to heal. Me in Chicago. My character sheet in Chicago healing. Okay, so let's go check out that tower out just so I can realign my perspective. And I'll tell you what I did today. So today I got invited out by another girly pop. And I just want to say this. I do be waking up in the morning sometimes thinking to myself, Jesus effing C. I am so lucky. Like, y'all don't understand. I'm really living my dream. I'm sitting here in Chicago and I got invited out by Girly Pop to go have some coffee. I talked about that with y'all. He was really cool. Hi, Steven. And guess what? He really likes board games. There was this place right down the street, one of his favorite spots to go to get board games and stuff. We got some coffee. I got my black eyes, so you knew I was already hyped up. And I had a PB&J, a toasted PB&J at that shop, which was really tea. It was like actually really good. Oh my goodness. Gulio Grable, welcome to the chat. That's who I actually met. And I got to play a board game and we talked about all the board games, and y'all know that I really like board games. Like, I like Civilization, I like Baldur's Gate, I like stuff that you sit down and like really play with the turn-based of it all. That's another reason why I'm a Final Fantasy girly. Welcome to the chat. He's working out right now, so y'all let him get his reps in. Hi Matero. But I got to play this game called Dice Throne with him, and I really liked it, and I'm kind of just like beaming because I'm not like waking up in the morning being like, dang, I need to play a board game. But I did do it. And I was like, I haven't played a board game in so long. And I really just needed that. Like, board games for me, I really like board games, but I don't have people to play with. But like, I'm so excited now that I live in Chicago and there's people with like different interests and hobbies, keyword hobbies. There's some towns in America where nobody has a hobby. They just go to work. So it's like, it's really cool. I had a really good time. Anyway, let's see what we need to do for this, tower here. We need glass, right? Oh, and we need the concrete, and we need to, oh my God, we can actually, OMG, wait a minute, wait. Girls, I'm kind of mad that I didn't do this earlier because I'm like, we could have gotten through the story much faster. This is probably not going to be done until tomorrow, but whatever. Right, so let's go find some girly pops. Oh, I see what they're doing here. You have to actually make lifts to bring all the Pokemon over. Talk about seamlessly trying to create a sense of progression. Right, okay. I have to connect it to a lift platform. Phaun was a cursed pirate, kicked my ass. Yes, please, we need a board game, card game, girly pop tier list. Osaf, I was telling Gulio that he should do a tier list because he knows a lot of board games. I'm gonna get into board games to do it myself, sorry. But I've never heard of Dice Throne. What do you do in it? Okay, so Dice Throne has multiple seasons. We played, I think, season 2. Each season has a pack of characters. So you open up the box, and there's like, it's almost like little booklets, but they're in like little plastic containers, and you pick one of the booklets, and that booklet is the character that you want to play. I picked the pink one, which was the Cursed Pirate. And when you open up the booklet, it's not a booklet, it's like a little mini board game, but it looks like booklets. It gives you your character sheet, all of your attacking skills, and like, you know, there's, you know, mechanics and stuff like that. But I picked the Cursed Pirate, and when you run out of Cursed Doubloons, you have to switch over to be the Cursed Pirate. You're like a really cunty girl in pink, and then you switch it over when you run out of doubloons. You become a Cursed Pirate. And I won on my first game. I think Gulio let me win, but Gulio played the Vampire Queen. Yeah, and we were queening out. I had a lot of fun. Okay, let's go get our, I have to make a lift platform, and then I have to get my girls over. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, L, lift. I need a Tinka gear. That's right. Now I'm remembering. Let's teleport to our house. Handing in my notice tomorrow. Goodbye, toxic corporate job. If you ask me, and y'all know I get a little bit woo-woo, and I have been quite disconnected from work culture for about 3 years now, what with me being an internet entity full time. But I will say this, we are seeing the tail end of capitalism in the way that we know it. I think that we really are like waiting to really realign our value systems with it. If it's making you unhappy, you really have to reflect and say, like, what am I getting from this? You know, sometimes you are getting stuff. Some people have a pension, and some people are in jobs that they hate, but they have a pension and a 401k and a union. I feel like there's a trade-off to that. For me, that I don't care about that. I can have no insurance, no union, no 401k, no investments, no assets, no nothing like that. As long as I can wake up in the morning and put on my cut crease, I'm happy. I'm happy. Because what's money anyway? It's just like turning into like crypto and stuff. And by the time crypto becomes like popular and like ubiquitous, I can just start like trading internet points and stuff. It'll be like Nexon Cash, like MapleStory, right? That's how it works. It'll be like Genshin Impact. What's a 401k? Don't worry about it. I need a Tinka gear. Money is a social construct, actually. Tear it apart. Right? Can you explain the board game you played in pop terms? Okay, give me 1 second. I need to get some Tinka gears. I can't explain it in pop terms. Wait, how do I get Tinka gears again? Do I have to... I have to give her ingots, right? Iron ore to the diva? I was about to give her my other stuff. Okay. If it's iron ores, iron ingots. An iron ingot. Thank you. An iron ingot. Okay. I have 7 iron ingots. I want the full stack. Thank you. Yes, thank you. So explaining Dice Throne in pop terms. Okay. Well, if we're doing pop terms, then it has to be visual. And I'm not trying to be like shady or anything. I'm also very visual. So Dice Throne characters. I'll show you what I played. I'll show you what Gulio played. Ooh, there's some really good ones in here. Okay, so while Tinkaton works on that, I'll explain things in pop terms. So let me open up my Girls, I'm taking my time with Poptopia and having fun, but y'all got any tips to organizing all the random crap you collect easier? Okay, so people told me you can make multiple storage chests, and when you get access to collecting more of the Poke Medals, you can make bigger storage chests, which are really useful. You also can sequentially like upgrade and get more and more bag space as well. And you can get a tool that gives you an auxiliary bag space like this, like a hot bar. I'm about to explain the pop terms. Give me just 1 second. You can also make frames, I think, and label your boxes. So in my main house, I have multiple boxes. I don't have them labeled because up in my head, up in here where all the ideas come from, the YouTube ideas, I just remember it. But you can label. Okay, let me explain things in pop terms. Okay, so this is who I played. This is who I played, okay? Hype Train, thank you, Okuti, for 5 months. Thank you so much. So I played the Cursed Pirate. And Gulio played the Vampire Lord. Okay? Each of these characters all have special things they can do. It's very much like Overwatch. You know how Mercy, she can dash, she can heal, she can rest, and you can choose things to upgrade and stuff like that. Very RPG. Each character has little different things that you can do. The mechanics, this is like the card sheet that you get. So when you pull her out, when you want to play Vampire Lord, you pull her out, you set this up. This is what you play on. You have health here. You have action points here, basically. Your dice dictate how you use these. These are all your skills and stuff that you can use every round. You get cards that are kind of like tools or items. Like, you know how in Baldur's Gate 3, I have set spells I can use, but I can also go into my bag? The cards are kind of like going into your bag. And this here just is more information on like her statuses and things like that. But yeah, that's basically it. It's like you have a really sickening hero, and she's like super cunty, and she has like her own special things because she stands out alone. That's why she's one of the characters in the cast. Like, she's not a background character. She can bleed things. She's the vampress. Cursed Pirate, she works with doubloons and things like that, and she loves to have her doubloons, but when she runs out of money, like me, things get really weird. And then she turns into a cursed pirate. Like she's actually different. All these characters, they have their own cards, right? But hers, when you run out of doubloons, you flip it over and you get a completely new character. This is called Dice Throne. Since you've moved to Chicago, have you felt the spirit of Oprah giving you love and light? I think Oprah, what with her becoming a global elite, I feel like she's sort of transcended normal human. I haven't felt the spirit of Oprah, no. I'd love to meet her one day, though. Does she ever come back to Chicago? Or does she never come back after she left? I'm also weird when I run out of doubloons. I am too, yes. So basically, Pirate Queen needs her coin or she turns skinny. Yes, she literally turns into a skeleton. How many did I get? Can I at least get like 3? Yes. Okay, cool. Now let's make the lift. Is there a crafting station down here? Okay. There isn't. That's fine. So are there, okay, I see like designated spots where you can put lifts, but I imagine you can put them anywhere. What's your opinion on Donald Trump Tower by the river here? Oh, I don't have opinions on Donald Trump. I do have an opinion. There's no nuance when it comes to Donald Trump. My only opinion is he's a senile old man who's had his entire life handed to him, and he's a senile old man who has always had his life handed to him, and he has always made a series of messes that other people have cleaned up. This man has been bankrupt, even though he's had millions of dollars funneled into his bank account. He's now gone to failed wars, like historically failures of wars. He's destroyed an economy. All he does is make messes. This is more than just like, ooh, right now or the past 10 years. His entire life is a series of messes. And anybody who's convinced themselves that he is a successful businessman, that he has any ethos whatsoever, just does not do anything but watch like Fox all day long. Because the only reason why people would find Donald Trump attractive and establish any type of credibility towards him is because they watch The Apprentice. That's literally the only thing that is his calling card. He used to buy stories and stuff in the 80s and 90s because he was like a big socialite in New York City. But all he was doing was spending daddy's money. He got a reality TV show because he got really, really lucky and he has a lot of influence. And people who are literally like lead poison, brain rotted watching TV, watch The Apprentice and are like, oh, that's a real person and not a constructed character for reality TV. And now look at us. Put the kids back in school. Sorry, y'all. I had coffee. Don't ask me about Donald Trump when I've had coffee. I don't like that man because he's so destructive. He's done so much damage to people. Like, let's sit back and think about it. Like, he's hurt so many people. I gotta go to Rocky Ridges. No, I had a black eye, not a red eye. I learned that. I'm sorry for yelling. Anybody who's new right now, I'm just like a little bit hyped up because I had like a lot of caffeine. But I'm still speaking truthfully. He also destroyed our reputation. Yes. No, that's what I'm saying. He's damaged so many people. All he does is make messes. And that is why he's the perfect puppet. Need I remind you, the first day of his presidency, he opened up a private crypto a currency under him. And I just, world powers, nation powers, all of them have the access to get the little Bitcoins and transfer it over and stuff. But I try not to talk too much about it because this is a space for us to have a good time and like talk about Pokemon and just like have queer joy, because I also think that is a really effective form of resistance, is to continue to show that we are not only actively like having a good time, but also having like really strong community and language and reasons as to why we bond the way that we do. Because one thing that they are like actively trying to do is make us all feel separate, even within our own little groups. Like, they don't want us to have a coffee. They don't want us to go online and talk to each other. They don't want us to feel like we're having a good day. Like, so everything, I try my best to have a good time. I'm looking for a fire type, but I don't. Let's go get Torkoal. Phaun crypto podcast win. Oh, I actually don't know that much about crypto because I think conceptually it doesn't make sense. It's kind of like that accounting magic stuff. Like, I know there are people who are really knowledgeable on like the sciences of economics and finances. I've never really been that kind of person, and crypto goes even deeper. What I do know about crypto that has always confused me is like, I'm pretty sure they could turn on the thing, right? The thing about crypto is like, I always get confused because I'm like, well, if this is a money currency, then what attributes value to it? Do we just say that it does? Because that is kind of like what money is like we just say that it's valuable. I'll pick up Torkoal just in case too. But the reason why crypto does conceptually have a value to it is because it is kind of like on a limited sort of blockchain, which is like a giant formula, a giant like equation. Like, imagine if you were in math class and a teacher just like went up and just kept writing on the board, like left to right, starting from the top left, and just kept writing on the board, What they basically do is they like find like a little sequence of numbers and they just like section it off and they say, well, you own that now and it's worth $5. And that's it. I can't explain it further, but that's what everybody agreed to. So what makes it feel valuable is the fact that computers have to make this equation. They're constantly constantly crunching numbers. So it needs electricity, it needs energy, it needs like computational power in order to generate that thing that does stay static. but it is still very amorphous. You know, like it's like, is this really, are we really doing anything here? Can somebody turn on the oven, please? Hi, girls. Can somebody turn on the oven? I got 3 fire types. Can somebody turn on the oven? Thank you, Torkel. Okay, so we're going to need like 5 iron for that. So let's go to Withered Wasteland and see if we can mess around there. Nobody wants to work these days. No, they don't. You passed your math final? Nice, Bonqueequee. Congrats. Bucha. Hello, Bucha. Thank you for speaking out about things. I don't know if I'm necessarily speaking out. I think I might be preaching to the choir, but when I feel like distressed over like the complexities of oppression, one thing that helps me feel better is to like know why. Like even if I don't understand the why, I need some sort of verbal why. Like so for crypto, when that was like really popping off, I was like, why is it valuable? Why is it valuable? Why is it valuable? Once that was explained to me, I was like, okay, I still don't agree, but now I understand why the circus is happening. It's like walking into a big circus and you're just really curious as to how the clowns are like flipping around like that. And then they tell you and you're like, okay. Yes, call me IQ. Unfortunately, I don't think a lot of people are really, because of how like computer amorphous, it's like a little bit vague to understand. I don't think that people are really putting together all of the pieces when it comes to like the environmental impacts of like the past 5 to 10 years of like computational like innovation. There's like stuff that is like really interesting that's going on. Like quantum computing is something that people are working on, but that stuff like takes a long time to figure out. And also it's like, if I feel like that would actually be an extreme leap for civilization, more than what we're working on now in like the pop culture zeitgeist. But yes, I agree. Okay, let's go see if there's any new daily things. I'm just waiting on these iron ingots. Gen AI, crypto, NFT, all flops. What about Jumpluff? Do you think Jumpluff likes Gen AI? No, she's running away after I said that. Okay, oh crap, I have to ask them. I found, they told me about an online place that I can play board games, and I think I want to do that. Hi, Twitch girlies. I just finished the Tomodachi Life VOD, and the cast is already sickening. IDK who to choose as the final girl. Are we choosing a final girl? Hi, Leo. Thank you so much for watching it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun doing that, too. Yesterday, I had so much fun. Even though we agree with all of this, I think it's powerful to put into words and emotion with each other, because sometimes it feels like I'm going crazy among this sea of numbness. And yeah. No, I get that. I definitely get that. For me personally, as the broadcaster, I do my best to sort of host an environment that I would want to come into, you know? And I do like having real conversations about things, but I don't want like the entirety of the stream to sort of dwell on that, because that can be a little bit sad. But y'all understand. What is this? They have so many random things. Lace rug. Oh, that's beautiful. And this? Hi, Noah. Thank you again, Noah, for supporting and getting the t-shirt. I know that you came into the chat last time and I missed that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Zero Zucari. Thank you so much. I have to schedule an appointment to get my hair done. Gosh, it's been so difficult lately. Girly Pops, thank you for your support with my fan art. It's so lovely to make art for a person who's so cool, aka Phaun. BB, that was you. Thank you so much. That was really cool. I really liked that. You very much inspired me. It makes me feel good when I see people who have like talent for like creating like visuals, to feel inspired to like recreate some of the things that I do, because it kind of like almost helps me to see myself from a different perspective. At least like my makeup and stuff. I feel like my makeup has become a lot more like me since I've seen people making art. of my face and things. Okay. Gosh, I feel like I'm all over the place today, but it's okay. I'm having fun. Yes, thank you again, Noel. Hey, y'all. Hey, Fawn. Hi, General Hodgepodge. Don't forget to trade honey with Vespa Queen to get furniture. Oh, my God. I keep forgetting that. Whoa. Heart-pounding surprise box. This is legitimately like a Pokemon game. If instead of catching all the Pokemon, you were building a village to catch them all. Like the Pokédex and Habitat Dex system is really cool to me. Let's go talk to Vespa Queen. Where's she at? Do they keep her persistent, like prioritize spawn? Because that would be really smart of them. Because she is a pretty crucial character. Did I give her a home? I think I moved her into my hood here. I promise I'm going to change this up once I beat the game. I met somebody at the Smash tournament and they were like, Diva, beat the game first. Beat the game before you start anything because it gets so much easier to build things. I said, I trust you. Thank you. Small square rug, plain chest, cute bed. I want that. Thank you. Would you eat a 3D printed meal or not? No. I don't know if that's possible. Don't know if that's possible to eat a 3D printed meal. Let's go check on the iron ingots. I don't think that they're done yet. They take a long time to do. But we're here, so let's go. This close to impulse buying Poptopia. Storm Warden, if you're interested in Tomodachi Life, just hold out. It literally comes out in like 2 weeks. I honestly think that Tomodachi Life and Poptopia are going to run this year for the Nintendo. Like if you have a console and you have these games, it's going to run this year. For me, I feel like it's going to run this year. This is going to be one of my top played games because as a streamer, I think both of those games are so like perfect for me right now in my gaming career, my gaming hobby. What's over here? 3 weeks? Oh, thank you. We all owe it to each other to do the work to help us all come together and learn. Thank you for letting us share joy, learning perspectives, laughs, styles, jokes, and most importantly, community. Not many people value that, and you're... Thank you, Call Me IQ. I am... Yeah, thank you. Blitz. I'm holding on. The demo actually got me pretty excited for Tomodachi Life. Me too. The character customization is really in-depth. The Sims are so bad. They saw the girl caught and they knew they had to move. I know that The Sims is in a weird spot right now, but did they do something new? You want to reset the demo just to play it again? I'm already thinking about like how we're going to do it as a community because you know that I'm always trying to spice it up if we're going to do like a playthrough where I'm being watched as I'm playing it. But I have to play it a little bit more to know like how we can like maybe do like a pop lock of it, like elimination style thing, you know? I have to see it a little bit more. Hop it. Oh, welcome back. Where'd you go today? Are we done? Oh, Hop it moved out. Okay, Hop it. I guess I don't need these anymore. Oh, they removed them. My cotton. No, I want to hold on to my cotton just so I can remember. Am I thinking of making my Miis into emotes? It really depends on how the entire thing goes. When I say that I've been thinking of what to do, I mean like, oh, I see potential for where this could go. But I really need to play more than the demo to really think about it because my emotes are filled. I have so many emotes that I don't know if I could do one for every single girly. That's smart though, Robbie, is doing emotes. Imagine Tomodachi Pop Lock is just America's Next Top Model. Yeah, I don't know what it's going to be. There's a lot of spontaneity and like fun stuff that they do to make the game already like really random. But I have to, yeah, I might have to start like a second save file and then like play it up more a little bit just so I can know how it all develops because I don't know how you add and remove characters. Like I can't just say, oh, we're doing a pop lock of Tomodachi Life if like it requires you to like have a character like die after 30 hours. Like we're not doing that. But if I can just like remove them and like run eliminations and stuff, then yeah. I'm just like waiting on this iron. I watched Kiki's after your TikTok after holding off for years, and it was so good, and it's crazy how relevant it is to modern burnout culture and especially young creatives. I already want to watch it again. Janet's Revenge. I have this theory that East Asia, the countries that did take on capitalism, South Korea and Japan, both of them historically have been called miracles of capitalism because they accelerated the process of building up capitalism as an ecosystem. And like when I say like an ecosystem, I mean literally like a biome that humans live in. They built it up so fast, and they have a very collectivist culture historically that they are much better at working together to realize and manifest things. And Kiki's Livery Service coming out and really like explaining what burnout feels like as a Japanese movie that came out decades ago. I'm not saying that Americans haven't been able to capture the story, but I just find it really interesting that this like children's tale, so many people like in their adulthood can watch that in the modern day and be like, oh, they made a story about what it's like to like graduate from college and try to find a job in the modern day. Like that's what it feels like. So that must have been a lived experience for a lot of people when Kiki's was made in its like home country, you know? I find that part really interesting. I feel like it's like it almost like imparts a little bit of like wisdom and knowledge and acknowledgement, and that's what makes it timeless. But yes, Kiki's makes my heart sing. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. I have the art book here. My automatic green screen, come on. There we go. I have to put it on top of my face. Let me show you my favorite character from Kiki's. Obviously, Kiki's my favorite character, but look at this concept art of Kiki. She had like more like she had more mousy brown hair. Oh my god. Give me a second. Cause these iron take a while, so I can do like a little book tour, but I have to turn off my green screen. I'm not putting Kiki in Tomodachi Life because y'all are going to bully her and make her like kiss 3 people and then eliminate her. She's too sacred of a character. I can't do that to her. I know how y'all be acting. Don't look at my messy closet. I'm still trying to organize it. I'm still trying to, you know. So they made her like have like mousy brown hair. I don't know if you can see that. Or mousy blonde. Did you see Kiki did Kiki for Halloween? Oh, that's smart. All these concepts for Kiki. Blue hair, that's a cool one. That orange Kiki is cool. I love Kiki. Like, I'm telling you, she's like one of my like pop culture divas. Look at these Kikis. Oh my God, look at these Kikis. It's hard for me to show you. It's hard for me to. Okay, I'm trying to show y'all my favorite, but they keep showing me alternate Kikis. Y'all remember the Bayonetta art where they showed all the like different versions of Bayonetta? The lineage of like witches and their concept arts. Would love that. There's different Gigi's too. They almost made Gigi blue. Where's my favorite character? They even like show you like the different ways that they wanted to like animate her like lift off, because her first lift off is like such a beautifully animated thing. For people who don't know, Studio Ghibli, I don't know if they still do it, but when Miyazaki was still heading it, he was adamant about making sure that a certain percentage of every animation was still hand drawn, and you can see it in a lot of the more classic works. Um, oh, here's my favorite character. Let's see if there's another page of him. No, he only has one page. Of course, he only has one page. Ugh. Yeah. In my defense though, I watched it as a kid, so like that was like I'm allowed to like be like, "Oh, that character's I like that character." I couldn't put it all together until much later. Um okay. Okay, we finally have the iron ingots. Okay, let's make the lift and then we will move on to building that thing. We might actually have some time to do some other things. Am I able to go to any of the new zones? Because I feel like this project might take like a day. That's an elevator. Here it is. You don't need a defense? Oh, I know I don't. Well, thank you. I don't need a defense. At my big age, I should be able to just talk about the fact that I like the baker from Kiki's Delivery Service. Hey, Fawn. I know this is completely random. Hi, Mew. But who makes the jingles for your channels and content? I'm specifically thinking about the Monica Ice intro and outro, along with Bingor's theme for the Girly Pop block. And if it's not you, do they have a SoundCloud or something? It's me. It's all me. Yep. I'm a man of many. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. Master of none. I'm a one-woman show girl. Paradise is the most recent girly who's I'm a one-woman show with like the help of just like people who understand that my brain is a little bit different. So I have people like Paradise who can teach me how to, you know, make a t-shirt. I have people like Pickled and Comet and Voce who can make sure that my chat doesn't go completely crazy when I have 300 milligrams of caffeine and start talking at 500 miles per hour. I have people like Kizzy who took on the Discord because they have a real talent and passion for it and basically took it out of my hands because it was low-key not aligned with me and got a little bit stressful. I'm very much this is what I'm saying when I say I feel so much gratitude on a daily basis, because the vision and idea of what I wanted to do as a creator, like since I was a kid, this idea of being able to just like sort of create my own space. I'm looking for this lift area, by the way, if anybody's wondering. I do like kind of being a one-woman show because right, it's over here. I do like keeping to myself. I like my alone time a lot. So it is kind of hard for me to collaborate, but I have learned as I've done this that it does take a village to do these kinds of things. Like digital creation, you can definitely do it very, very small or even solo. But if you want to like really grow, you have to be good about like talking to people and reaching out. And that's honestly something that I've had a lot of issues with and has been a big learning curve for me. Another thing that I'm challenging myself to do in Chicago is like get out and talk to people more and like collaborate, you know? So yeah, I made that music myself. And it comes from me basically, oh my God, do I need to make more? There's no way. There has to be some sort of like shortcut that I can take. I always mess around with like things. I like to mess around with different creative things, and all of the stuff that I do is from me doing it since I was a kid. So that is why I'm able to put together some samples and talk on a track and be able to loosely mix it and master it. Not mix it and master it. Mix it and process it. So you're like Lady Gaga. No, Lady Gaga has no issue talking to people. I feel like if I didn't have issues talking to people, I might be a little bit further ahead than where I'm at. But I also really like I said, keeping to myself. So yeah. All right, I'm going to get a whole bunch of girlies and we're going to go start building this tower. Let me catch up on chat because that had me talking for a minute. Have you seen Nausicaa? I have not, but I do want to see it. My sister's giving me $30 if I start playing Cookie Run Kingdom with her. Amazon, and you're going to spend those $30, and then you're going to have to get 30 more. She's basically inviting you to a casino. But it's your sister, so y'all might have fun. I feel like siblings, I grew up without many sibling connections. My youngest sibling is like 12, 13 years younger than me. So I never really had that like sibling bond, but I'm always jealous of like siblings because I feel like y'all could be like Bonnie. Is it Bonnie and Clyde? Whatever. Those two girls who like drive off of the cliff. I feel like siblings definitely have that kind of bond. And I wish I had that. I got Cinderace in this area and I immediately made his habitat in the museum all by himself. He never shows his face with the rest of the crew. Hodgepodge. Poor Incineroar. Fawn DJ set when I finally get this futon. Y'all, please. I need to call that place. When I get this futon, I'll know what it looks like in the space, and then I can finally get a table. I have this multi-function table that I want to get for this other area. And when I get that, I can finally start practicing with the controller. I want to get into DJing. I'm not even kidding. Don't sell yourself short. Thank you, Steven. If you like The Baker, you should watch the Ghibli movie Laputa Castle in the Sky. For one scene only. I honestly want to watch all of Ghibli the same way that I want to play all of Final Fantasy. Like those two franchises have such like a breadth of things to get into. I like this is like the issue that I have when people ask me about tier lists is I like knowing as much of the entirety of something as I can. If I feel like I know like a huge lion's share of information about a franchise, that's when I want to talk about it. But when it comes to Ghibli and it comes to like a Ghibli tier list would be so sickening. When it comes to Ghibli and stuff like that, I feel like I only know maybe like 50% of its catalog and I'd like to know about like 70. Very ContraPoints. ContraPoints is somebody who I look up to. ContraPoints is a creator that I really try to model my YouTube catalog around because I really like her output. It's very sophisticated. It's intentional. You can tell there's passion behind it and she takes her time with it, but you can tell that she does collaborate. The power of delegation relies on knowing your strengths, but also your limitations. And that's something I'm trying to learn because I'm somebody who focuses a lot on their limitations. I'm just now in the past few years learning my strengths. I've been starting to see clips of your streams in the wild online. Last one I saw was the full 5-minute skip spam when the new Garchomp Mega got announced. Really? I didn't even make a clip of that. Let's celebrate that. That's such a fun thing for creators. I think that a lot of creators, I wish that I had people who I wish that people would make more clips of my stuff. I'm not saying that I want more clips out. I'm really happy with the community that I draw in here. But having people like see my stuff, like when people talk about my videos on Twitter and stuff, like that stuff is, I really appreciate that. The fan art, the people posting pictures of them and the merch and stuff like that. I really appreciate that kind of stuff because that word of mouth, like organic stuff of y'all trying to share my things, I'm so appreciative. That's cool. Nausicaa's that girl. Hi, Gigi. Thelma and Louise, that's who it is. Yes. Have you been sleeping on the floor this entire time? Yeah, I have a futon mattress on the floor. Yeah. You know what's really crazy though? I cried this morning thinking about it. Surviving futon banks. Hi, Eternal. Hi, The Real Easy. I cried this morning because I noticed that this week I have been having a full 8 hours of sleep without going to bed with anxiety or waking up with anxiety. I'm not kidding, y'all. For years, like in my early 20s, let me get some things done because I'm over here like, I'm trying to get some girls over here to build. Let's get like 5, maybe 6. I'm going to bring as many as I can. In my early 20s, I used to not be able to sleep at all because I would wake up like 3 times a night, totally drenched in sweat. And I realized it was an anxiety thing. I read this book called Behave that really got me started on like understanding possibly where a lot of things come from. And it helped me to unpack it. And I started getting some tools, like actionable tools to help me. And I started like not sweating. But I think because because I've spent so many years sleeping in an anxious state that my body doesn't know what to do. And even after I had gotten over that, I spent like the next 5 to 7 years just like I'm like not even kidding y'all. I would go to bed with the sense of fear in my chest and I would wake up with it. And I woke up today and I didn't have that. And I noticed that I wasn't having that for a while. And I cried because I was like, you know, doing something like this is really scary. And I was like, I'm doing the right thing because I can feel my body like coming back down to earth. And that's why I'm so grateful for y'all. Now let's build this building. I wore your merch at the last ballroom house session. Everybody was saying, Cunty, yes. Oh my God, Bolo, that's so cool. You went to a ballroom house session and the ballroom girlies liked it. That's so cool. Thank you. Thank you for showing it off. It'll be done at 4:39. Oh, okay. So we'll get that. We'll get that done today. The anti-trans laws got you like that? Yeah. See, that's why I try not to talk too much about so many things live, because I feel like we all get so much information that sometimes we go into the day just like high anxiety. So I try to like be like, hey y'all, let's forget that and talk about Tinkaton. What's up, Tinkaton? There you go, Play-Doh. Got you Tinka gears already. I don't need any more Diva. Maybe later I'll need them. The best feeling in the world is when you realize you're not holding that stress in your back. I do think that I have some stress somewhere in my body. That's why I want to get into some yoga. But we're getting there. We're getting there. And it's going to be a slow and steady process. I am what? Wait. This is the face of somebody who's healing. Y'all, I bought this camera and y'all can't tell me nothing. I love my new webcam. Okay, so we have some time to burn. Let's see what we've got. I wonder if I can go to like a new area. I still need to find gold. That's right. Let's go look for gold because I feel like I found gold somewhere, but we have to cook some food. Okay, let's go cook some food and then I'll see if I can hunt down some gold because I feel like I saw gold on one of my dream islands. I want to see that new area so bad. I'm so curious. Wait, is there another new area that I haven't been to yet? I'm sorry, I've been holding out on y'all. Bring a Pokemon with the burn ability to light the fire. Oh, girl, we don't got that right now. Oh, yes, we do. Not Charizard. Don't, no, not Charizard. Ban him. Ban him. I have to make some food, though, y'all. I don't have any. Oh, my God. I don't have anything for food. Okay, let's go back and get some food ingredients. Because I knew you, I have been gagged for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for going behind your back and taking that trade. But I guess we both know there's blame to share because I took your trade and you didn't know like a common. And that's why it's called trade. I'm scared for the DJ sets. No, I've been saving some tracks that I want to try out with DJing. BB, thank you for 13 months. Mucho, 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 mucho amor. Thank you. I need a parody cover of that song by you right now. No, one thing I am coming to understand, like, I'm not kidding y'all. I like when people ask me, what do you do? I say like I'm a streamer, I'm a YouTuber, and I also say don't ask me anything else because I will continue to talk about how much I love what I do to a point where like it gets annoying. I spend so much time expressing my interests and stuff like that that I have made connections just like, you know, internet friend connections, which are still valid, fun connections, over music. You know, for the longest time, I've had issues like really bonding over music because I'm always worried that I come off as the ally, the libiquita, that like only likes Lady Gaga. Like when I tell them, oh, I like dance music, I like, you know, EDM and stuff like that, they think that I like Skrillex and Lady Gaga, which I can get into that. But I like more than that. I like even like the more underground indie stuff. Like I really just like a good beat. Like what happened to liking good beats? What happened to the good beats? But because I express how much I like that kind of music and because I talk about so much music that I like, I've made connections with people who like understand my taste. There's somebody in this chat right now that always puts me onto something new if I haven't heard it yet. And they know my tastes. I should use heated rivalry in the DJ set. Oh, I feel like a good DJ set always sort of references like what's currently trending with the girls, you know? You know, some deep cuts, some not so deep cuts, but that's what makes it fun. Speaking of parody covers, my best friend and I made a parody cover of Call Me Maybe when I was in college because my sis was up for prom at her school. They played it on their morning announcements. She won. And people didn't know I was gay. LOL, be serious. Well, I think the whole conversation is what made the win, you know? It's kind of like an Oscar Awards campaign. It's like, oh, did you hear? Steven's sister, she put out a single for prom. But the gag is that the brother, who everybody thinks might be, made the song. That's part of the story, the narrative. And I think that could have contributed to how exciting it was to vote for the diva. All of this stuff put together. Yeah. You have to have a story. You have to have people asking. Hi, damsel. Okay, let's make some food. I want a potato. No. No. Can I have a hamburger? Do y'all have hamburgers? Okay, I'll make a carrot cake. Help, I'm organizing home and getting my comp mons ready for champions. Wait, so are y'all already ready to... I thought that champions wasn't going to have data transfer. I thought that we all had to get on and like train our champions mons. Oh my god, that comes out in the second, doesn't it? Year of the horse girl. Let's make the content. Hamburger from a bread oven? Yes, Pommy. There's actually the reason why I... Are you kidding me? She's eating my hamburger. Oh, no. She has her own. She has an extra. I'm sorry. I was about to ban her. Oh, I need a fire for that item. How do I make my hamburgers? Is there a stove? Do I have a stove recipe? Should be like utility, right? No, how am I gonna make my hamburger? How am I gonna make my hamburger? If you make something near another Pokemon, they get a little treat for themselves. She could have asked. J-Dash, hi Fawn. Hi J-Dash. Sorry I'm late. You're not late. Our office had a mini talent show and of course the ones who didn't do karaoke won. Yeah, see, I was just talking about how much I like my job. If I did karaoke, the girl with the 4 octave range is at least in top 3. That's about to be me with this DoorDash. Damsel, did you get a hamburger with your DoorDash from the bread oven after watching your soccer game? I was ready to read down, but Rookity saved me. Okay, but my rabbit just flopped. You passed the streamer test. What was the test? Attention all Pokemon. Phaun will take your habitat away and leave you homeless if you take Fawn's food. Baby, that's not just a Pokemon thing. That's an IRL thing. You better, I will say yes, you can have some. But if you see what I'm eating and you want a little bit, ask. I don't want to see that hand reaching towards my, I have food aggression. Okay? I wonder what kind of hamburger I can make with this. You can borrow a fry. You can have as many fries as you want. But we have to establish that first. What if Halson did that? Oh, honey. If Halson was IRL and we were in a group setting and Halson put his hand on my plate. It's too bad guys like that don't exist, you know? A potato hamburger steak. A potato hamburger steak. I love my potato hamburger steak. Yeah, I need it for Rock Smash. I'm gonna make one more though, and I'm gonna see if I can find this island. Potato hamburger steak. I got some japchae, bulgogi, and a side of bibimbap / kimchi. Japchae and bulgogi and bibimbap? Damsel, you must have the day off. Because that sounds like a good time. That also sounds like leftovers. Eating the cast iron pan too, this diva. Yes, 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 God. Halston gives me vegetarian, maybe because he's a druid. No, Halston like eats like fish and is like really, really like, I know this about him. He's also like really like, he's like, if I have this protein, technically I would have to hunt this in the wild, and like, you know, one steak is kind of like what I'm capable of. Because, you know, like some people when they do like vegetarian, they tell themselves like, if I were to actually be out in the wild and like source this myself, would I actually be able to eat 3 hamburgers in one day? Probably not. He's kind of like that, like a very intentional carnivore. Also doesn't eat cats. No, he's too big. He needs like whole chicken breast. He needs like beef and pork, like big fish and things like that. He doesn't, y'all know me. I'm like 5'8". Every time you see him with me, I look so tiny next to him. It's because he's like 6'5", and he has a really intense bodybuilding routine that he does deep in the woods. He doesn't even use free weights. Like he just like uses trees and stuff, which is like so crazy. But that means that he doesn't really do like vegan stuff. Like he needs like really crazy protein. We got to throw a girly pop Korean barbecue meetup. We could fill up like 10 locally owned restaurants. We honestly could. Who's Halson? Don't worry about it. Let's go see if we can find some gold. No, I meant who were you talking about? I was talking about Halson. Yes, Halson. Yes. Are you talking about a nature spirit? No, Halson does have a nature spirit. It's a big bear. Halson did not get those muscles by eating just veggie. He chows down on venison and protein powder. He makes his own protein powder. Halson has to eat animals that he knows the whole sourcing. Yes, free range, everything like that. Last time I had KBBQ, the waiter was wannabe. Not you ignoring the waiter because they weren't serving well enough. Okay, right, I'm looking for dolls. Oh, talk about that waiter. I'm the KBBQ waiter. POV, I'm the KBBQ waiter. I've never had KBBQ. Pickled, I feel like you would like it. Like a standard like galbi, bulgogi, bibimbap. I feel like you would like it. The best way I can describe it, it's like if you get into like different sort of like themed Asian cuisine, I would say like bibimbap is like a good mix between like hibachi and like vermicelli. Galbi is like one of my favorites. Oh my goodness, I could munch and crunch on galbi all day long. But the thing is I like pork fat a lot, and galbi, my favorite is like when the bone has a little bit of fat on it. But I'm also a disgusting sick freak. Not disgusting. I take that back. Or sick. Y'all, what was I doing? Oh, dolls. Who is leaving this door? This is a mess, y'all. There's not enough room for drift room to land. How about here? There's not enough room for... Okay. I'm trying to munch on some corn cheese. Corn cheese? I don't think I've heard of that. What's it like? I'm sure I would like it assuming there are vegetarian dishes. I'm ignorant about it all, but there's none close to me, so who knows? Okay, Vietnamese and Korean food can be very vegetarian. So normally when you go get Korean food, unless it's like diner style, I forget like the actual phrase for it, but there is like a word in Hangul, or I think that's the alphabet, in Korean. That's like, it's like diner home style is like the word for it, right? Which is where you get like an entree as well as like, the best way to describe it is like appetizers. They give you like little bowls of like kimchi and various like little side dishes that you just kind of like pick at with whoever you're with, or if you're by yourself, you just pick at it and you eat it with your rice and stuff, chatting and stuff, waiting for your entree. Then when your entree comes, you sort of like mix those kimchis in with your food. You just kind of like graze while you have your entree. But Korean food, typically, if it's not barbecue, you can find like a lot of veggie or like tofu based dishes and soups. There might be cross-contamination, but that's kind of the case with every restaurant. Vietnamese, you could definitely get vegetarian. I love a vermicelli bowl because it has like rice noodles, it has veggies, and you can get it with tofu, and the tofu is always seasoned really well, but it's like light and salady, but still filling because it has the rice noodles in it. Yeah. Banchan, yeah, that's what it's called. I like the potato, I like radish, and I like obviously like cabbage kimchi, but cucumber kimchi. Well, I don't think the Eevee one has. Has anybody cracked the code on the dolls? Like, do the dolls have like static resources? I know they reset daily, but do they have static resources? Because I'm looking for a place that has gold, and I did find a place that has gold, but I forgot which doll gave me gold. Tteokbokki is my favorite dish. Tteokbokki can be quite filling. I don't know if that would be vegetarian because the sauce is made with... Right, so if you were weird about even sauces, a lot of like the spicy stuff like tteokbokki, stuff that has like the big red, almost like soupy kind of looks to it, typically have like fish bases. So now that I'm thinking of it, you might, I don't know, you might have to be quite specific when you go eat Korean. Arcanine, thank y'all. My Arcanine is always sitting pretty in my main area. A secret slay stat for the duels. I'm trying to figure it out. I do think Arcanine has a pretty high base slay stat. Gia Gunn cracked the code on the dolls years ago when she said at this point the dolls are the dolls. She really meant, like, that's so true. Like, sometimes you just know, like, at this point the dolls are the dolls. Like, I think like for us as a community, all of the creators in like our little space, we're the dolls. I don't know if we're the dolls of the doll, like if we're the dolls or the dolls yet, but I do think that the dolls are getting built out. So, and I don't mean like doll I mean like doll in the internet sense, whereas like I'm a 30-year-old man, but I'm calling myself a doll, and the actual dolls in chat are giving me grace. Because really, like, let's be real. Before and after Gia said that, Drag Race as a franchise shifted. It doesn't mean Drag Race is bad now, but it did shift, right? Before and after she said that, it shifted. When you go to the Dream Island, make sure you filter the Pokedex to show this area. You can see if there are any special Pokemon on the island. Oh, let me check that out. Yeah, Ultralux, we were both on the same wavelength there. Yeah, I think like that Arcanine doll is girly pop tier list. Which Arcanine doll slays the most? I need to just start putting like unedited, like rambling videos of me doing the tier lists on the Patreon, and just the good ones I'll like edit and put on the main YouTube channel. I'm not kidding y'all. The last video I posted, or no, the video before the last one was almost 2 hours of me ranting. It was the Overwatch one. And sometimes it is such an ordeal trying to get it like under an hour. Okay, filter the Pokédex to show this area. Filter in this area. All. Back. No, I'm doing something wrong. Okay, read, Fawn, read. Filter. There we go. Sensed unknown. Can I just do all then? And then in this area, filter. Girl, it's just me and Drifloon. Please listen to Cece Natalie's new album, Misbehaves. She's the doll of the dolls. I've been getting a lot of music recs. I think I need to like make like a music rec area where people can like give me stuff. Some people recommended an album to me, and I put it in my queue, but I think I didn't press it right because y'all know that I get a little bit distracted, and I wasn't able to find it. Yes, I think it was Jay Stevens. Yeah. Is this the gold? No, that's not gold. Oh, this is it. We're going up, up, up. It's our moment. You know I've got my gold door. I have got my gold door. Whoa, whoa. Been living for your Precure vids? Yes. I'm trying not to like go too crazy on it. I'm trying to like mark a pacing with the Patreon right now with like the watch togethers as if I was like actually watching TV. Right now this week I haven't had a lot of TV time. I might have it tonight. So we might get an Arcane or Precure in. But I've also noticed that some people are like also taking their time watching it. So I'm not like trying to pump them out, you know? Some people are only on episode 3 of Heated Rivalry. Baby, we're almost done with season 1 of Arcane. Wait, Boldor regional called Goldor that is pure steel and has Goldangle's ability. I don't want anybody else to have Goldangle's ability, but I do like the concept. I love your Precure conspiracy theory, and when the fairy goes, help her. Okay, let me tell y'all, for the girls who aren't watching Precure, because I know that some people put me on in the background, and I like to watch my anime subbed because I'm a pretentious, crazy person. I have a conspiracy theory that this season of Precure is actually two young women through different time periods being possessed and haunted by the thrall of this little fairy that like just sits on their hip. So what basically happens in Precure right now is these two girls are like detectives, and they like, somebody shows up at the office, they're like, oh my god, I lost my ring, what am I gonna do without my ring? And then they're like, oh my god, we have to help you put this together. But before that, there's this little thing, it's almost like a little plushie that talks to them, and it goes, it doesn't talk at all, and then it goes, help her. That's all it says. The scene will play out. They're all being like cutesy anime. It's like a very young type of show. It's very cutesy anime. Said, help her. And then they are set off to help her. They find the ring, theoretically. I don't know if anybody loses a ring this season, but they find the ring as an example. But because each of these people are so bonded to these items, they create almost like a soul stone, very like Sailor Moon. Like they're so bonded to it that there's this energy, there's this resource that's really, really powerful that's behind it that you can only really know if you're like magic. There's another group of people, the Phantom Thieves, who are also trying to track down these like soul crystals. Every episode they finally find it, but then the soul crystal comes out of the item and then they have to fight over it. The girls always win. But guess what happens with the soul crystal? Because the Phantom Thieves want the soul crystal because they're really powerful. The girls don't really want the soul crystal. They're just detectives being asked by this little fairy to help her. When they win, the soul crystal goes to them. The fairy takes it and absorbs it and goes back to being nonverbal. So what are we going to talk about? Because there's other fairies around and they talk, they do things. This one's just like, oh no, I'm like it. I'm good. I'm definitely good. I just want all those crystals. Help her. Mind you, this fairy shows up in like 2026. This one girl's like, oh my God, I have this thing now. Takes her back to the 90s. No way out. The only way for her to get back to her time is to help her. Help her. Help her. Something's up. But it's a fun show. I like it. I'm sure you've seen and been told, but the previous Precure season was about idols. It features one of my favorite voice actresses if you want to check it out too. I definitely want to check out more Precure. I still want to do my heated rivalry video. I don't know if I want to do a tier list. I don't know. I get in my head so much about stuff, but I do want to do a heated rivalry video. And I want to do a Precure video. I think that these characters are cool. And I often get the comment from people being like, I'll listen to you talk about anything. But I like to talk about stuff when I know it, at least relatively. But Precure is like so visually beautiful. And there's like, I don't know. It's fun to play with as a creator. If you need any help, Ari and I got your back. I feel like it would just be better for me to just do like a tier list as I watch a season or something, because there's a lot to go back on. Like if I do like a Star Detective tier list right when the season ends and people really like it, because I do have Precure fans who've been asking me, then I could just go back to like the idol one and just like kind of pick and choose. Okay, I got some gold ore there. Let's go down. There's like an area that's down. How girly pop is your favorite love scene from Heated Rivalry? That's actually really good. Like a Heated Rivalry love scene tier list. I worry about attracting a certain energy to my content by that, but I was thinking a Heated Rivalry outfit tier list because there were some looks, especially Shane. Shane had a few boily pop looks, like manly pop looks. I feel like that would be like a fun like background audio type of podcast format. It's very like the concept is like hockey. It's like, you know, in the closet hockey type of moment, but like they're all like a little, especially Shane. See, I'm already starting on it. Shane's character explicitly says that he is like Maluma, whereas like he's Maluma in the way where like he might be more intentional about the fleece jacket that he picks to go to the competition, whereas like Ilya is really stylish because he's rich. I mean, Shane is really rich too, but like Ilya's almost like Ilya's like fascist rich. See, I'm already starting. I gotta make that video. But you see it in their costumes a little bit. All the things she said, Hunty. No. Somebody went in like on an analysis on that video talking about it. IDK if you saw my message, but they did explain in the 3rd episode this season why the fairy stays quiet and why she needs crystals. Apparently it's because when they went back in time, they went too far back and now she needs... No, I know that damsel. And I think that she's lying. I know that. I can't. I used up all my power for you to go to this place where every single day there's this high concentration of soul crystals. There's not a high concentration of soul crystals any other decade, but in the 90s. And I used all my power and I can't do anything until you give me all the soul crystals. I don't believe her. Because if I was an all-powerful immortal fairy, I would just be like, oh, I'm too weak and cute. There's an ulterior motive there. Fascist rich son versus oligarch chic daughter. Yet she devours her powerful crystal. We'll see. They haven't done a backstab gag in a long time. Now that... Oh, if the season that I start, they do a backstab gag. Girly Pop tier list is... How Girly Pop is your favorite backstab gag? No, in Haninda, it might be looks around to a skip. Because it's a one note every single time. One note every single time, but they don't do it the way that the girls do it. The girls always do one note too, but the note is like, it's like a riff as opposed to Haninda just being like one, Han. You know? I think I'm on like episode 4 or 5 right now. But every time Haninda comes out, I'm just like, you're going to do a power up or anything like that? Like, we're watching anime. Like, where's the Super Saiyan form? Where's the second form? Where's the third form? Where's the God form? Like, is it Haninda? It's like, girl... Like, I don't even want to see him turn into it anymore. Like, just go straight to the magical girl transformation. Because I love when they... So, how do I... Let me just use my iPod case. So, pretend it's like a clock, like a little pocket watch. Every single transformation scene, it's like a little like 2 to 3 minute transformation scene, and they go onto this little dial and they turn the clock to what they need, and then they get an earring, and then they turn the clock to... It's so high camp. They do it every single time too. And I love that magical girls are always like, detective of mystery and intrigue. My name is Sakura-chan, and I'm here to solve this case. Like, full monologue, everything. Girl, I'm in the depths right now. Ooh, okay. I'm more of like a high action, like My Hero Academia, Dragon Ball Z fighting anime, but I am really appreciating Precure for what it is. Like, they're very aware of their genre, and they go all the way with it, and I find that really fun and entertaining. I totally get why there's so many fans of it, especially in this community who've been like expressing it to me, because y'all know I love like visuals and aesthetic like that, and that show really does that. Like, I want to be immersed in it. I want to become a fan of it because I also want to like participate in the consumerism of it. That's the fun thing about getting into stuff these days, like nerd culture, is there's always like sort of a product with it too. So I like that. You know me, like I was like really excited about the Hop Hip stuff, but yeah, I don't always get everything, but I like being a fan of it because you then eventually can like get really into it. Let's get rid of that. All right, so we are maxed out. I have 99 gold, which I think is more than enough. Let's get out of here. Oh, I can just teleport back. Why does Sprigatito spawn from an investigation desk? Girl, I don't know. Why does that specific thing have to be there? Aquamarine, thank you for hanging out. Have you seen Free Reign or Castlevania? I haven't seen either, but I see the cunty edits of Mother Slaying. I don't know anything about Castlevania. I'd imagine that's really good though, because it's Castlevania. If it's in an anime style. Free Reign, I watched a little bit of it, but I was trying to get into anime at that time because people kept recommending it to me, and I just couldn't find a flow with it. But now with the Patreon, I could definitely revisit Free Reign, because it gives me like the perfect space to be able to like spend like an hour, maybe an hour and a half to still feel productive while also like making myself feel inspired, because you have to refill that well, right? And honestly, watching anime is something that really inspires me a lot, because I do like the aesthetics, but sitting down and watching something for a period of time is honestly really hard for me to do lately. So yeah, that's the only reason I stopped watching Free Reign, because I did find the show really interesting. Is there anything else for me to pick up? Let's go back. Please watch Castlevania. Although women characters are so multifaceted and full complex characters. Oh. Castlevania I used to play as a kid, but the show is like this dark fantasy thing, and TBH, the magic/sorcery stuff was seamless and cool. I like that. If you like high action animes, I'd recommend To Be Hero X. It has high action, has made me cry, and is also interactive. Oh, you can vote for your favorite characters on the Chinese website? Wait a minute. Hero X. I'll keep that pulled up. That's cool. Jay Stevens and Hamburgers playing Hades. I promise I'm gonna add you if you sent me a friend request. It's just sometimes it's kind of hard for me, you know. Hamburger. Okay, let's go make some ore. The thing is going to be done in like 15 to 20 minutes. You have to watch Castlevania because you have to watch the sequel series Castlevania Nocturne for the absolute diva and icon Drolta. Just look up any pic of Drolta and you'll gag. I was enjoying Castlevania, but I don't have Netflix, and my friend who was streaming it for me has been busy lately. Aww. My friend code, it's around. I tend to add people when they like join a game or something like that. I have posted my friend code before, but I have to be quite careful about posting it every single stream, because then it'll just become a thing of, Phaun, can you post your friend code so I can add you? And I don't want to do that because I have 50 friend requests that I do not feel like clicking accept on. But I do host lobbies and things like that. I will eventually let people add me, but I'm not going to do all that right now. But I do add people, especially on the Switch, because it's a lot safer. People can't really like invade your privacy when you don't want it. I like the flying too. It is really nice. But don't worry, Ifiggy, I appreciate that. I will add people in a second. But I'm in my single player era right now. Single era. Let's put this in there. Let's go ahead and process this stack too. And I'll take this out. And I need Vulpix. Where you at, girl? Now, Vulpix, I need you to not do the glass, okay? So we're going to take the long way around. Well, Pickled, if Dragonite could ascend, then that means that you wouldn't have to make elevators and lift portals. And what are you going to do with all your iron? Would you be interested in watching Witch Hat Atelier? It's magical girls. That's a little bit... I know about Witch Hat Atelier. Would I be interested? I would. The real question is, like, do I have the time? I'm not going to watch any new series at the moment until I get through Precure and Arcane, because that would take an hour and a half for me to do one episode a day, which I'm kind of thinking of doing because there is a high demand for me to watch other things. But I also don't want to like tire myself out, because I do try to like give transformative commentary the whole time. So I just don't want to do that for like 3 shows at once. 2 is already a lot for me. I'll try to get some Arcane in tonight, y'all. Don't worry. I kind of felt bad that I haven't been doing it much this week, but I've been kind of all over the place. Okay, so we're waiting on... Why am I making gold again? Whatever, I need it for something. And we're waiting on that to build. What do we have? Oh, I can make that habitat. Yeah, let's make that habitat. Somebody said that I can do 2 stories, so I'm going to build a second story of blocks here. You should watch Lazy Town. Boom, 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 boom. I am booming, booming. Boom, 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 blah, blah, blah. Yeah. What do y'all know about Lazy Town? Do you have any plans to do building when you've done the story? Siegeween, not quite yet. I do want to make a home for my faves, but my faves are kind of changing because this game does a really good job of making everybody kind of cutesy, cutesy, cutesy. So it's a little difficult for me. No real ideas. I don't even think I've seen all of the content. Everybody's been posting like the one mythical that I think is in the game. So I do know that there's a lot more for me to discover. This is how I am with videos, games, all kinds of stuff. I don't really have many concrete plans for anything until I get a more fuller, comprehensive look of stuff. Because one thing I really hate, oh my God, no, see, I already had a bad reaction to that when I try to do something and it's not what I planned. Okay, so like if I try to build something and this game has Professor Tangrowth be like, well, I need you to actually do 3 more worlds, I'll just turn the game off. So I'm really just trying to enjoy the story as it is before I make any plans. Have you ever seen... I low-key want to make a house for Trubbish, so I feel you. Yeah, like a trash house. See, that would be fun. But I'd start it, and then the game would be like, well, you need, you know. Plus, also, once I have an idea of what the end game building is like, that's when I can start creating an idea for what's realistic for me to accomplish. Because Champions comes out on April 2nd, and I know that I'm going to be online having a good time playing Poptopia on April 2nd, and somebody's going to say, play Champions now. And then I'll say, please, I just want to build my house. So I just try not to keep my expectations anywhere but where I am right now. The presence of it all. We're getting puffy up in here. Yes, we are. How Girly Pop is your favorite kids show? See, I would need some recommendations, like the cows. We're going to do some cow stuff soon. But like having y'all's recommendations made it so much easier to put together like a list of things to talk about. Have you ever seen the movie Rosemary's Baby starring Mia Farrow? I feel like I might have, but unless it's, I don't know. I've heard the name before, so I feel like I might have. Somebody did say that you can create double story houses. So let me see if I can like... What do you know about Rosemary's Baby? What about the baby? Is there something wrong with the baby? Totally Spies. Is Champions on the 2nd or the 8th? Girl, I don't know, Mello. There's something new coming out all the time. Oh, that Zara Larson meme. Y'all, I've seen the Zara Larson meme. It's so funny. I said, yay, when I saw it too. I've seen it. I just want to let y'all know I've seen it. I've seen it. It's really cute. I like it. I love that they let us access our home for Champions. It makes putting together teams so much easier. See, I don't know anything about that. I didn't even see that. But y'all know I don't really get into battling. Like, I'm excited for Champions 2 to see what it is. But I'm honestly setting my expectations towards it just being 10 playable Pokemon. You know? I'm still going to play around with it when it comes out. But I guess I haven't been looking at it because I just don't... I'm going to wait to see the variability when it actually happens. Because I love Jumpluff, but Jumpluff has not been playable since it came out, so... And like, I'm not running like Primal Beast Kyogre. That's just like not my aesthetic. I get bored. So I hope that all of the new stuff really makes it like super fresh. I hope it changes it up, I guess is what I'm saying. Okay. You can't live here, Glimmet. You live downstairs. Okay, so we made that habitat. Nice. I hope Ellen DeGeneres isn't in the Pokemon Champions. Yeah, she will be. My anime watches is going to be quadrupled in size after this stream. How do you think I feel, Cheery? Us all pulling up champions with baby Pokemon ready to explode. Jumpluff is a great sun support. In what context? We don't know anything. Like, do we know any placements of anything in champions? Imagine if they made a casual Pokemon battle game that mimicked the TV show where any Pokemon could be super powerful. I like to think that that could happen in Pokemon, but like the community of Pokemon generally just does not acknowledge anything but BST. Like, people have tried baby cups and like different things like that, and we've done it with Battle Day too. But for some reason, people are just obsessed with Charizard, and I just don't get it. Hey Ditto, you got a sec? It's about the first floor of this building and its entrance. What do you call it? A foyer? Anyway, I was wondering if we could jazz it up in here a little. Right now, it's kind of meh. What about that machine? You know, the PC at the Pokemon Center? You can get all kinds of stuff from it, right? Think you could nab 2 pop art sofas and plonk them on the first floor? I got a feeling that'll make this space look real nice. I think I can make pop art sofas. Mega Meganium got the buff she deserved. All of these nasty Charizard lovers will quiver in fear over the motherness of Mega Meganium. They're not quivering, they're complaining. Sorry. I won't spoil it because spoiling is mean, but best be known, she will make those Meganium haters eat their words. I'm happy that Meganium will be part of the 10 playable Pokemon in the entire National Pokedex. Like, that's something I'm happy about, but that's what I'm expecting is like Meganium, like Kyogre, Entei, Lugia, like the other one is going to be like Meganium and like 9 legendaries. I'm such a pessimist when it comes to champions. I'm excited to see what it is though. Okay, let's build or buy some pop art sofas. I'd rather build if I can use some resources. My favorite Pokemon battle YouTuber does only non-meta teams, and his Jumpluff team was so fun and creative and made me want to do something like that in Champions. Is it, it's the person who does the Big Naturals, James, right? On their profile picture. I've seen people who challenge the meta with non-meta stuff, and I really appreciate that stuff. But I've done that before too in some PvP games. I really like PvP games, but I think y'all know that I feel as though I have undiagnosed ADHD. Honestly, I find team building in Pokemon meta to be really, really boring. So maybe I should watch Weedle Twin Weedle because maybe they'll give me a flow or some sort of way of creating a team that doesn't seem boring. Because I just find it boring. You spend an hour putting a team together and then you go online and get one hit by the same team for 30 minutes straight. And you're just okay, I'm just going to go back to shiny hunting. I feel like I could definitely get into Pokemon meta because I do have a competitive nature to me. But for some reason, I just haven't found that that pocket yet with the game. I do like shiny hunting though. I like playing other Pokemon stuff. Hi. Hey Diddle, let's play a game of Look That Way. I'm actually kind of busy right now. Thank you. You're so sweet, Swablu. She woke up from a nap and said, I want to play a game. Okay, let's look for these pop arts. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, 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 P, O, O, L, O. I don't have it. Tomodachi champions? That part. I was talking about Hayden in Just Weevil, but I'll check out Weedleton Weedle. Oh, okay. Well, I'll check them out if I see them. I honestly, I don't even watch many Pokemon videos. All my videos are kind of dry essays, but I think that might be the case for a lot of people. Maybe the media you watch isn't kind of the media that you create. But I do peek sometimes if it shows up on my recommended. Now, where is Sugi? I miss his content. Sugi's in Amsterdam. I don't know if Sugi was a student. Maybe Sugi has a real job too. But Sugi is an icon. I just did my first knockout tour in 4 months. I got 4th. Hey! I mean, there's a reason why that one dude in the XY era, that one with the Pachirisu was so well respected. Let's wake that up. Yeah. I wish that there was more of that though. I wish that when I watched Overwatch competitive stuff or Marvel Rivals competitive stuff, Other types of competitive things, 'cause I actually do like watching competitive streams of games that I like to play, even if I don't participate in the PvP. It's fun to watch because there's spontaneity. When I watch Pokemon competitive, I'm like waiting for weeks, days, months, hours to see a Pachirisu. What I normally see is people coming in with like a high concept team or a little bit off kilter concept team. They lose, and then it's just like the same 10 Pokemon that we knew were going to make it to the end. And then we just kind of like watch the players like play chess, which can be interesting. But I don't like watching chess unless it's like Queen's Gambit. Like I need a little bit of like camp, like, ooh, whoa. Like as the audience member, I need that. You can win. It's not impossible to win with your favorites. That's right, Kurage. But like I said before, I haven't even put the time in to play the competitive because I don't find it that fun to even win with my favorites. Now, there was a moment in Scarlet and Violet. I will say this. There was a moment in Scarlet and Violet where I had a Blissey, a Clefable, and something else. And I was having fun there, but I didn't really commit that much to it. I think that was probably the hardest that I went with competitive up to this day. Italian Chansey? Yes. Okay, so Battle Days, I do... Okay, so you're right, actually, Damsel. I do get into competitive play when I can be the control freak diva princess and force everybody to play the way that I want to, which is Battle Days. Now, I did make it a little bit democratic and people could vote on it and stuff like that. So yeah, we have done Battle Days. I have created like the Phaun Freeze special and stuff like that. So yeah, it's not like I don't battle. Spiral, thank you so much. Welcome to the chat, and we love your vibe. Welcome. Was it your Whimsicott? I remember it had Tailwind. It might have been my Whimsicott. I had a lot of fun with comp battling in XY Oris. My favorite I made was a Tanky Spiritomb with Click Claw and Pain Split, Calm Mind, Dark Pulse, and something else. It was so fun. Well, everybody talking about this now makes me want to like get back into Champions and see if I can play my hand at it. Or like TCG Pocket. See, I like to do... I got into it and I tried to win with what I had, and I literally got a licensing deal from Pokemon. Now, the win rate on that deck is probably 20%. But that check cleared at 100, so. Phaun, would you rather soak a dozen breadsticks in calamine lotion and eat them with no drink, or have an itchy rash on your fingers? I'd rather eat the... Wait, itchy rash on your fingers that could only be cured by eating 624 Lou Malnati's personal pan pizzas with no garlic butter. If I had a rash for more than 10 days, I'd probably crash out and lose everything that I worked for. I can't deal with physical sensations that are outside of my control. Being sick, I'm a big baby. They say boy sick is like annoying and stupid. I'm a boy sick person. If I have a headache, I'm laying in my bed. Somebody please, I can't move. Somebody please give me a painkiller, please. Anytime I've had a rash, it gets worse because it freaks me out so much that I feel like my immune system is lowered and then the rash gets worse. It only gets better. I honestly don't think that I've healed from rashes after I stopped having anxiety over it. Once I get like the antibacterial ointments or like whatever you might need for the rash, just lotion. I don't know. I don't have rashes often. Once I get that, I feel better. I'm like, oh, I finally have something to fix this. And then my immune system, you know, builds up and starts fighting it. I can't do the rash. I could have done the rash for maybe 10 days. I could eat like 10 to 25 personal pans. Can't do 200 because that means that I'm going to have to section that out. So what? You said like less, how many? Eating 624. Okay. So that's going to be at least a year of eating with a rash on my fingers. So I'm going to have to eat the dozen breadsticks and calamine lotion. I'm such a princess if I'm feeling sick or lazy or uncomfortable. Yes. I wonder what's the science behind boy sick, because I get boy sick and I get it. People say that it's the testosterone. Like if you have higher testosterone levels, sickness tends to hit you more. But I don't think that there's been any scientifically ran research on that. Like I have a high pain tolerance. I'm not going to be like a big baby about it. But if I have like a slight headache, don't even ask me to like leave my apartment or my bed. I'll do it, but I'm going to be like nonverbal, and there's going to be at least an hour before I start feeling worse. Because I do get worse. Like if I have a headache, it'll turn into a migraine. When I was a kid, I used to get migraines like every other week, like to the point where I was like crying and throwing up. So if I'm so much as sweaty, I'm going to clock out for the day. The doctors would always say it's because he's playing too many video games. It's not. The moment it was the stress. I had a very I had like a sort of like dull, stressful childhood, I think, and it like really manifested in like migraines. The body keeps score. If I'm so much as sweaty, I'm gonna clock out for the day. That's really real though, Pickled. I think that's real. Cause I'm the same way. I actually have like a whole routine for like smelling and sweating. I think that's why I was so like in my head about that interaction I had on the dance floor, was because like I have like a deodorizing sort of routine that is gauged based off of how close and how many people are going to be around me. I'm not like a naturally like smelly or like sweaty. I guess I am. I'm a little bit clammy, but I don't think I stink a lot. But I always get like, really anxious about being seen sweaty in environments where I'm not supposed to be sweating. So I try to overcompensate with like antiperspirant and lots of scents. Y'all know that I was trying to get into scents for a while, and I've fully gotten into it. I now have a whole scent routine. 4:39. Okay, we have like 5 more minutes. Boy sick is a concept that kind of came up on the internet that has little to no scientific backing, where people basically make fun of guys for being sick because they don't have menstrual cycles, which then goes into the heteronormativity of it all, because there's a lot of guys who do have menstrual cycles. So then we go back into the lack of science, because now we're not acknowledging every dimension of what we're talking about. And I would like to know if any of the guys with menstrual cycles can attest to feeling boy sick after maybe transitioning, because I feel like that would really crack the code on if this is all hogwash. Sweating is why I moved out of Texas. I miss the food so much though. Miss bread, girl. Well, it does get a little bit, you can sweat here in Chicago, but the food here is good. Unless it's, what's my signature scent? I like to smell flowery and vanilla-y. Mostly vanilla-y with a little bit of hints. It's almost like what I'm trying to create, and I've only just started, but what I'm trying to create is the smell of like a lavender cookie. Cause I feel like I look like, if I were to, I talked about this earlier, but I feel like scents should match the vibe you're trying to present. And I feel as though I'm always trying to give like tiramisu, pastry, Fido, stuff like that, Doc Spun, stuff like that. I want to look and smell like an edible, like cake or pastry or like cookie. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not saying the word pickled. I'm not saying the word. Fido's yeast breath. Fido's yeast breath. That was me on Sunday. For what it's worth, I'm a trans man, and I think boy sick is rooted in men not being able to express vulnerability, but they can when they're sick. Hey, like the sort of jarring way in which, like, yeah, I get what you're saying. What I do know is, regardless of whatever my biology is, when I'm sick, I'm sick. I think we all get sick. Amberwood. I love to smell more like, I would like consider like woodsy scents way more mature. I like a very immature scent, which I think is like sweet and bright and like stuff like that. But I think that also kind of matches me a little bit, because when you really get to know me, I'm like type A rising, but I think that I'm like a type B sun. So like when you really get to know me, I'm way more of a cookie than I am like a tree, you know. I'm way more like a bakery, you know, than like a swanky like dive bar. Vanilla bean cupcake, strawberry and cheesecake, glazed donut, sweet cream Dior fragrance. I'm more of like a vanilla lavender type of girl. I want to smell like a lavender latte. Oklahoma State meal prep per Wikipedia: cornbread, the meats, barbecued pork, chicken fried steak, and sausage with biscuits and gravy. The vegetables: black-eyed peas, corn, fried okra. Oklahoma, girl, that sounds very much like Georgia. There's a link there. I feel like the world is ending when I'm sick because I have OCD, unfortunately. Oh wow, Piplup, that sounds like a nightmare. I smell like a ditto. Okay. Oklahoma's right next to Texas. Oh. Why do you look like you're auditioning from Oklahoma? Is that a reference to something, Tommy? Welcome to the chat, Tommy. My favorite scents are forest ones and sea salt ocean ones. Ooh, sea salt ocean. Euphoria, euphoria, euphoria. Oh, okay. To me, as a cis woman, boy sick is just to describe cis men who aren't capable of taking care of themselves while sick and need to, yeah. See, that's what I'm saying, though. It seems like an internet phrase that is more trying to talk about people's, it seems like an internet phrase that was made by people who come from more or are more adjusted or exposed to heteronormative environments, who have to deal with a lot of straight guys, cis straight guys, who, yeah. There's already like, this is the second example of it, and it's like, okay, I see what you're saying. To me, when I say that I'm boy sick, I'm just making fun of it because I'm like, I'm a baby, but I also like am so fine expressing myself like I'm a baby princess, I'm sick. So I guess I'm not boy sick. I think I get gender fluid sick. Plato, there you are, bud. The Scotland's building 2Fs are all finished. You should be definitely checking it out while you're here. Ginger and orange body butter plus Azaro Wanted by Night. I smell like a spicy cinnamon orange. That is cool. Yes, we made an office building with exposed pipes. This is so industrial. Exposed pipes. I say as I have it in my apartment. What shows have you been binging lately? RuPaul's Drag Race, Friends, Seinfeld, Powerpuff Girls, Free Reign, My Hero Academia. I've been thinking about getting into Arcane and Precure. See, that way when humans come back, they can have fun and work. Next up, we got to work on the 3rd floor. I was thinking we could make the 3rd floor a place where we'd all come and eat. Oh, I thought we were done. No. I'm watching Arcane and I'm watching Precure Star Detective. All these other shows I was being funny because somebody asked me earlier what I've been watching. I don't watch a lot of TV. My Patreon has given me an excuse to watch TV, so I'm just now getting back into my TV era. And I'm watching Arcane. I've already seen season 1, but I'm rewatching it to catch up, and then I'm going to watch season 2. And I'm watching Precure Star Detective. When I finish up one of those series, I'll probably move on to watching something else. I feel like I have to start watching Drag Race, but I'm going to be real. If I watch the newer seasons and I'm not into it, I'm just going to tell y'all and I'm not going to finish it. Because like, Drag Race can get a little bit toxic, and I don't want to feel toxic and bored at the same time. I did try to get into Drag Race, and I tried to get back into it after I had finished it. And the first season that came after Trixie won All Stars was when they did like the COVID season. And that one was like bad to me. I like couldn't finish it. It was boring. Like, no offense. I think Drag Race is iconic, but it was boring. No offense to the girls. They had no say over how that was constructed. You really need to check out The Pit next. It's totally saying surprisingly has a huge gay community online. Well, I've noticed this because I'm in the privilege. I have the privilege of, oh, I can see why they have a gay community. I have the privilege of being able to talk to so many people with like niche interests or nerdy interests or part of fandoms from different spaces, because Pokemon is kind of like the great unifier and people know me as a PokeTuber. So I get to talk to people. They're like, oh, if you like Pokemon like this, then maybe you like this. You know, I get the privilege of seeing that a lot. And it's shown me that Libiquita people, we do have our specific tastes, but we almost have like big communities that we don't tell each other about. Like, I've come to understand that there are people who like Survivor, Drag Race, and they watch them separately with separate people at different events. And the vibe of the events is totally different. Drag Race, the girls are always talking. This is what I've heard from people. The girls are always talking over everybody unless it's like the main challenge. Survivor, everyone's quiet watching the show. What if you watched Dance Moms? I'm not going to watch that. Sorry. I think Abby Lee Miller has some funny memes, but I think the whole concept of the show is like dark. There's a greetant who's a good cook in the town. Whoa, that's got to be amazing. In that case, think you could get Chef Dante to join us? Okay, yeah, we can do that. Let's see what they need. Okay, I need to make more copper. I thought I had glowing stone. I guess I didn't pick it up, but we can go back to that island and get it. Let's get some copper going. I'll get copper going in the other place because this place is kind of caught up with Vulpix right now. LMAO, fair enough. Like, I'll watch maybe like I'll watch like Housewives Atlanta and maybe some other ones that are unanimously considered the same tier of a season as Housewives Atlanta. But to me, I get so nerdy, and I hate to say this because it makes me feel as though I'm like trying to like be like, oh, I'm so unique. It's not that. I'm really nerdy about how people make stuff. I've always dreamed about, like, when I was a kid, I wanted to be on TV. Okay. So when I watched people do stuff and they're on TV, I'm like, how are they doing that? How are they achieving that? How are they producing that? How much did it cost? All that stuff. So when I see certain reality TV shows, I think about it. I think about what it's like to be on the show. I think about what it's like when you're on ice, when you're like behind the scenes with the cameras. And I'm like, do I really want to watch a show that spent millions of dollars abusing kids? And that's kind of the space I'm with K-pop right now too. Because the K-pop groups get younger and younger, and they get disbanded more and more. And every disbandment is not just like people like deciding to no longer renew their contract. It's like 19-year-old is sued for $20 million because she refused to show up for an event. And I'm like, this is weird now. Yeah, like Flavor of Love is really iconic, but I don't know if I want to necessarily go back and watch it. Like, I can appreciate the clips and be like, haha, that's funny out of context. And like Flavor of Love did have like a bit of like a scripted moment to it, so it did feel like you were just kind of watching a show. I went in there and didn't do what I came to do. But yeah, some reality TV I like, some I can't get into. Like Drag Race, I feel like I can get into because it feels way more like consensual chaos. America's Next Top Model, I used to watch it almost every year. I can't really watch it anymore because I don't feel like the people who are on it liked it halfway through. Traders, I feel like I would like because the people who are going on to Traders, they're on there to make a mess. They have a career. They know what they're getting into. It's not necessarily that I'm opposed to like seeing people like be in chaos. Like that's the fun of reality television. It's, do the performers know that that's what they signed up for? Because there was an era of reality television where a lot of people did not know the gravity of what they were signing up for. You see like a 30-minute episode and you're like, oh, they just record like for the day. No, they're recording for weeks. The producers are getting under your skin, and for weeks on end, they're essentially trying to like trigger psychosis out of you so they can get ratings. That's how some of those shows are. I say that all to say that I would like to audition for Big Brother one day. Right. So let's go back to Skylands. The only proximity I have to reality shows outside of Drag Race is like from 10 years ago when my mom and sister watched them. The one season of The Circle was so miserable because of the unchecked misogynoir. Yeah. Do they have Gay Love Island? I don't think I'm buff enough for that. I feel like on Gay Love Island, like you need to like, maybe not. I don't know. I don't watch Love Island. So I don't know the beauty standards of how you get casted on that. Me as the new Bachelor? I actually think that if I was the new Bachelor, that would be sickening. No, I'd get tired. I'd get tired. I'd be like, I actually don't want to talk to 20 men anymore. I don't want to get to know 20 men anymore. I don't want to get to know if I want to date 20 men anymore. Okay, we're working on the copper. Oh, Gardevoir wants to talk. Of course, Gardevoir. I also want to check out that other place for the initiation challenge because I think I might have access to new things now. Where's Gardevoir at? She lives around here. Well, Hodgepodge, I would do that. Oh, this area is a much better way to filter things. I would say you should watch the gay animes from this season, but they're both objectively slop. I'm getting my life, but they're slop. What are they, Pickled? Say their names. Say their names. Say their names out loud and confidently. The only reality TV I'd watch is Project Runway, and the drama and the shade can be funny. But they'll be like, she's a horrible person. I think like the mess of it all is fine if they know what they're getting into. Like you can watch like Dance Moms because they're little girls, or you can watch America's Next Top Model because it came out before like the internet was really creating like a meta of becoming a reality TV star. Okay, Intellectual Media, which is a creator that I always talk about. Intellectual, INTLEX, because her name is Lexi or Alexa or something like that. Intellectual Media. She just posted a video that I'm getting through talking about the progression of reality TV as well as Black women's contributions to reality TV. And it wasn't until like, what is it? Omarosa from The Apprentice that there was really any like displayed explicit, what's the word? It's not autonomy. Agency from a cast member. Before that, reality TV was so new that people would sign up for it. They didn't have MySpace. They barely even had an email. They would sign up for it, and suddenly they find themselves on national television having their entire personhood be analyzed. I feel like these days we're much more used to that. But like during the America's Next Top Model days, they'd get a girl from like Kansas who like barely even had internet and put her on national TV. Like that's the stuff that I don't like watching anymore because it just feels like it comes from a time where I'm like, ooh, I can see what's happening here, you know? But there are people who do, like for me, if I signed up for Big Brother, you better believe I'm coming to give mess. Gia Gunn in All Stars, she came to give mess. Like, you know. A dating competition where the first season is an older age woman looking to date younger guys. Call Me IQ, that's an interesting show. Have you heard of a crime scene kitchen? It's like a baking competition, but it's a mystery solving aspect. I'd love to see you see that. There are a lot of different shows out. I think Tiffany Pollard saw what Omarosa did and said, I found my way in. Because Tiffany Pollard had not an illustrious, but she was trying to get on TV. Like, she was one of the girls trying to make her dreams come true. And I think she found a niche. It's like me with girly pop Pokemon. At the end of the day, you know, Tiffany, she's tried different things. But one thing that she can do is act crazy on camera. Just like me, one thing I'm going to do is always find a new way to talk about how much a Pokemon slays. It's what the people want. May I ask a favor, Ditto? Doesn't the second floor of this building seem like it could be a fun place? I was thinking it might be a good spot to put out some playthings for other Pokemon to enjoy. You can obtain all kinds of items from the PC at the Pokemon Center, isn't that right? If you come across a slide, I would appreciate if you could place it on the second floor. That's interesting because if a slide is unlocked, I can make a new environment or habitat. Maybe CRF, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much. Watch the first episode because the first episode reveals a gag. Y'all know that I'm not going to remember anything. The Manor, Traders, RuPaul versus Big Brother. Who wants to be the next influencer? America's Next Top Hamburger. Like, girl, I can't keep up. I'll try to remember though. That sounds really interesting. The title itself sounds really interesting. Good night, Panda. Thank you so much. Or thank you for hanging out, Panda. I don't know if you're going to sleep. Me on 90 Day Fiance. That show stresses me out. That show audibly, if I watch that show, I'm audibly like, oh my God. Oh my, like, that show, I would not do baddies. I am way too sensitive of I'm way too much of a squishy little sensitive baby to be on baddies. Okay, I need toy blocks. I think I can buy those too. No, I can make those. Every month, Phaun watches one random episode of a show and tries to tell us what's happening. For the Patreon? Pekka, that's actually a really good idea. I could put them all on a spinny wheel. When I'm playing Dead by Daylight again, I don't know, Simply Soap. I don't know. I'm not opposed to it, but it's just one of those games that never really like hits at the right time. Honestly, this year, I'm really trying my best to like, I feel like I've learned my strengths. I've had a few years to experiment with some things. And as I do like Dead by Daylight, and there's a lot of girls who play Dead by Daylight, but the stuff that is like up my alley that I know is going to be both rewarding for me and the community, we are jam-packed. Like, I'm playing Poptopia and desperately trying to beat it to start some projects, but then Champions comes out in a few weeks, and then Tomodachi Life comes out in a few weeks. Those games are definitely getting prioritized. Maybe if we can clear out like Digimon and stuff like that, we'll have more open space for like multiplayer games. But then on top of that, I kind of miss Mario Party. I kind of miss a little bit of Mario Kart. So it's like, are we going to play that? And then on top of that, it's like, how am I going to gag it now? Because look at this. Get ready to gag it. Get ready to gag it.
Diva.
Oh. Nice to meet you, dear. I'm just tickled pink to see you, you know. It's been so long since I've had anyone to talk to after all. Please feel free to ask me if you ever need anything. For example, if you're ever having trouble falling asleep, I can wrap you up in my wings and sing you a lullaby. Meant to commend you about this, Phaun. The focus on Pokemon games, Tomodachi, BG3, and a random one-shot horror games has been such a good niche. And Steven, I'm exactly where I want to be. I'm exactly where I want to be. I'm playing Poptopia, Baldur's Gate 3, funny little niche horror game one-shots. I'm about to play Tomodachi Life. I'm playing Digimon. Like, I'm exactly where I want to be. There are some people out there who have found niches and pockets as creators, and they hate it. I see it on their face. I see it on their face. Hi, guys. I'm here to talk to you again about that one thing. You know, like, they're, like, completely disconnected. They're, like, talking about, like, some game that they don't even play anymore. I'm so happy. So happy. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Where's Gardevoir? Oh, I have to do it. I have to do this second floor. Do you remember when the children were eating Tide Pods? I think about it every single time I put a Tide Pod in my laundry machine. They do look good. That was some of y'all. Some of y'all were those kids. I'm not saying that y'all were the ones doing it, but that was y'all's group. That was y'all's group that was doing that. Gen Z. How was that? Did y'all know anybody who ate a Tide Pod? Me? Yes! Y'all were so iconic for that too. Eating the Tide Pods. Y'all had the boomers so crazy because us millennials, we just kind of like existed and like ate food, and they would be like, oh my God, I can't believe they're eating food and having a life as a young person. Gen Z said, The one time y'all put that iPad down, you said, I'm gonna gag them. I'm about to gag them. Y'all put that iPad down, went into the detergent bag, looked at mom and said, culture shifted. Culture shifted after that one. Y'all ate that one up. It was kind of punk. It was kind of punk. Mind you, oldest Gen Z is 29. We sure did put that iPad down and eat that iPod in front of that pod in front of mom. I missed the boat. I feel like I have a little bit of resonance. It's like y'all know I'm one of the most mixed people that y'all ever. I'm so mixed. Not only am I mixed in my ethnicities, I'm also mixed in my generations because I'm a 1995. I was born December 30th, 1995. If there was ever a cusper, it's me. So I'm right there with you. I was too old to bite the Tide Pod, but when I was like, I get why they bit it. I do get why they bit it. Now let's ask Gardevoir what her favorite flavor of Tide Pod is. I noticed you put a slide on the second floor. Thank you for doing that, Ditto. I'm sure everyone will have fun playing on it after they eat their Tide Pods. I was born in 92 and I thought the same thing. Yeah, it's like, I'm not going to say nothing because this is their moment. But I totally get why the Tide Pod looked good. Oh, right. We have to go back to the island and get more of those blocks. Let's go back. Yeah, let's go back to the island and get those blocks. I also want to check to see what this Pokemon Center needs. And I also need to check the Team Initiation Challenge, which we can check on our way back. Too old to eat the Tide Pod sounds like a Braid Runner reference to Eve and the Apple. No, that's the name of my debut album. There's this one Appalachian Southern gay guy that I think is going a little bit viral because people think that he's cute, but also like a little bit unhinged. He kind of talks, he has that like Appalachian like wide, but it's not, it's like very North Carolina. And I don't know why, but talking about this like makes me think of him. And yeah. All right, I have to go. I think the unhinged of it all. Kids at my school would snort Smarties. Oh, I remember Smarties. I could go for a Smarties right now. Alien Girl lead single. Thank you. I have this one really cute song called Cyborg Boy on my SoundCloud. I honestly have half a mind to redo my SoundCloud Pro and get all of like I have like covers from when I was 16 years old singing Lana Del Rey on my SoundCloud. But I deactivated my Pro like years ago, so I can't access them until I like redo my subscription. Is it the guy who goes out with his husband? No. It's not. He's single. He had a whole TikTok where he said, I'll never have my 20s back. And somebody else will teach me what tequila tastes like. Like, he says like the most craziest things. But they come from like, it's very like damaged Southern gay guy, which is why I guess I resonate. I'm scrolling Google images of Tide Pods. And my God, I just want to dive right in. Let's look at Tide Pod flavors. Tide Pod scents. I can't find like a comprehensive wiki. Shop packs and Tide Pods. They should show what the pod actually looks like. Tide Pod variations. This isn't very good. I want to have... Okay, here's something. Here's something we can talk about. Right, here we go. Right here. So, like this right here... Which one would you think tastes best? Because I'm already drawn to the pink, but as somebody who grew up on Gatorade in Augusta, Georgia, I always gravitate towards purple. Purple, pink and purple. Yeah, I'm a pink and purple. Somebody said blue raspberry, pink and blue, grape flavor. Yeah, I feel like purple to me is the winner. Are there any other variations? Tide Pod variants. They just have mint, grape, blueberry, and pink. Oh, here we go. This one's fun. Orange and berry. Orange berry blast. That's really it. They need to add more flavors. They have the white flavor like Pepsi Zero. Ooh, what do those pods look like? What do those pods look like? This is the gentle unscented. Oh, you can see the pod on the front. Ooh, it's like lemony. No. It's like lemony. Vanilla. No, it's vanilla. You're right, Joshua. It's vanilla. Do y'all remember the mystery flavored Airheads? What were the like? It wasn't Airhead. It was like, what was the taffy? Like the long taffy strips? It was Airheads, wasn't it? Airheads. Airheads variants. Did you send paparazzi to my house? You're trying to destroy the double identity, which I don't have. Airheads? There was like the white, this one, the white mystery Airhead from Penny Candy Store. Oh, I remember when those dropped. Everybody on the playground was going crazy. I just know, I just like how the delicious liquid is nearly bursting out of the seams. They're so engorged. Yes, they make it look as though like if you bite into the Tide Pod, it's just going to burst into like this sweet flavor. And you know that all of us, we were all conditioned to like those little soupy, like you could get like the little bottles of like candy syrup at the store. So we were already trained to be like attracted to those like sort of looks. Like our brain sees that as nutrition. The mystery flavor was just the product that would get made when they were changing out what flavor they were producing. Yes, yes. When you eat them, they don't taste like really anything but sweet. I want to look, I don't know, pennycandy.com. I don't know why I'm here right now, but I just want to look. I like a gummy. I like a gummy. Look at the gummy whales. Oh, y'all, I want to order from pennycandy.com. Look at the gummy swirly fish. Oh, this is making me hungry. Okay. I don't know if this is something that they do outside of America, but in America, if you see a gummy that has a white on it, it has this like foamy like aftertaste to it. It like turns into like foam in your mouth. I like when those have it. The white on it. We have it in the UK. Yes. You can't find these in the grocery store. Why the heck is that? Because Penny Candy sources these. You can't get pink. These are hard to obtain. Gummy pink flamingos. How do I feel about Zots? I feel like I know what that is. Give me a second. Gummy unicorns. The gummy chicks are sold out because it's almost Easter time and everybody at church wants the gummy chick. Okay, Zots. I have never seen this before. Zots fizz powder can... Oh, this site is sickening. Verify my age to access zotspower.com. And it don't even work. Girl, we got to get the AI engineers out of this. Please hire the coders again. AI doesn't know how to make a website. I've been trying to tell y'all. I can't even go back. I'm stuck. Whatever. Let's keep playing the game. I'm so sick of it. What did I come here for? Oh, let's check the team initiation challenge. Recently, I have been asked to complete as many as 4 captchas in a row. Oh, dude. They're getting so crazy, too. It's like, which one of these dogs is ugly? Or it's like, okay, so if you know that a bird can fly, at exactly which altitude is the bird able to go 60 miles per hour? And then you get it wrong, and they're like, oh, you must be a bot. You're banned from the site forever. Sorry. It's like, which one of these women have a perm? And it's all men. Please move on your screen right now. If we were to create a coordinate for every pixel on your screen right now, please move this lemon to the coordinates 66.7.8 by 72.3. Oh, you got it wrong. You must be a bot. You're banned. Okay, I actually can contribute to this. Okay, so I have to make bricks. How do you make bricks again? You have to get somebody to smash clay, right? Look at this clock. At what time will Susan be home? Quickly. Because if you take too much time trying to move the little fly into the right fly swatter, they'll say, nope, too long. You're a computer. You're banned. Burn clay for bricks. Oh, thank you. I'll just get Charizard to do it. Okay, I don't have any clay on me right now. I have 7. I need way more than that. Which one is a bike that's parked on a sidewalk located in Amsterdam, Netherlands when it was the 23rd of January 2000 while it was in winter? Yes. That's exactly how it is, though. We should let's create like a fun little like fandom of us making like fan created captchas. Like let's all convince the creators of captcha that they have an actual fandom, and let's do captcha fanfic. I'm shipping the cat in a basket with the pretzel with panties on. I need you to make. Oh, I can only do 10 at a time? Oh, girl. I gotta find another. Do y'all hear that? Wait a minute. Sorry. Let me just look. Oh, okay. 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 Sorry. I thought I heard something. Do y'all hear that? Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't believe it. In the original area, they put this highly legendary rare Pokemon. Y'all, I don't think I've ever seen. What is happening? Wait a minute. It dropped something. Oh my God. Wait, what is this? No way. Do y'all think I can pick it up? Wait a minute. Oh, it's so hot. I can't get it. It's too hot. How do I pick it up, y'all? Wait. Hold on. If I can use my non-binary technique. Oh my God. I got it. Okay. What was I doing? Right, Clay. It's an ally feather. Okay, Charmander's over here. I want them to, okay, Charmeleon's over there too. Okay, so we can get like 30, right? That was quick. Baby, one thing show. One thing show over here. If there's one thing I know how to do is open up a track and press play. Let the music play. You thought I was actually serious? I am serious. Sure hope that's going to be enough. Wait a minute. Okay, no, that's the sound of the flames. Okay, okay. All right, so we're making clay. We need clay. I need bricks. No, we're making bricks. I need gold. Right, I need to go to the doll again. Do you know about the community boxes? You can put a bunch of clay in it, and if you put them by the fire, the Pokemon will automatically keep making bricks. There are some quirks with it. Oh, that thing over there, you can put stuff in it and they'll process things if they have the ability to do. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Because I got a few stacks of things that some girls could be working on around here. Aldino's over here sleeping. Does it have to be a fire? Does fire have to be in it? And if you put it by them, the fire... Okay. So they all congregate around there a little bit. So I'm going to get these like full stacks here. Or things that I know are processable. Oh, that's it. Okay, cool. Wood and trash. Oh, do I have any trash on me? Let's check that too. Break here, how you found me. No, if there's any brick around here, it's me. I'm the only person that's allowed to be called a brick. Nobody else internalize that. I know it's funny, haha, but I want y'all to practice good talking to yourself. I swear I pick up more trash than that. There are some setups where you can get Pokemon who litter and gather and basically create fully autonomous material farms. I did notice the litter thing was quite early on, but I think also with me playing this like exclusively on stream so far, I don't think that my brain is capable of that. But you know that already about me, Pickled. I can't think. Any more clay? Oh, it's right here. Okay, y'all have fun with that. Let's go to the island. I have a song called Dream Island, y'all. Isn't that funny? This is random, but has anyone seen the recent clip of Ed Sheeran telling Benny Blanco, Selena Gomez's husband, he can relate to Benny because he too looks like he doesn't smell good? That's sad. Oh, that's sad. I hope that they don't feel like they look like they don't smell good. They're like there was some woman on TikTok who put out something so crazy, so insane and psychotic, but what isn't? Where she basically categorized men as like animal faces and they can like have hybrids and stuff like that. I don't think that they look like they smell bad because they do look rich. Like, those guys look rich. Have y'all seen Ed Sheeran lately? I know that I rag on Ed Sheeran all the time, but he looks rich. He looks like he smells good. Yeah, he been looking better lately, but it took a lot to get there. Y'all know that one, Jake Shane? Who here knows Jake Shane? I do think that people are being a little bit harsh on him, but I do think that it's because... yeah, I'm not going to get into all that. They posted a video recently of him preparing for that award show or whatever. I was like, oh, I need to get a trainer because I've been trying to do all this stuff on my own. He got like ripped in like a few months. I was like, oh, let me get a trainer because that seems like it's worth the money. Ed Sheeran should have hung it up after his second album. The fact that you know his discography, Pickled. I'm not being shady. I'm just saying, like, I can't even go that far. The last Ed Sheeran song I heard was when he jump scared me at the end of Scarlet and Violet. I do like that one song. The club is the best place to find a lover, so the club is where I go. Me and my friends at the tables doing shots, drinking, and then we talk slow. And then for others and others and then yeah, however that song goes. Come and now follow my lead. Come and now gag with me. Yeah. Isn't Ed a Zionist? Girl, I don't know enough about him to even go that far. I'm just relaying that I heard something when I was working at Brugger's Bagels. My masked lesbian exercise science major bestie's becoming my trainer. Kargoshi, you're about to enter an era of health that I think a lot of people would pay a lot of money for. That was his third album? Oh, okay. The song he ripped off of No Scrubs with... He ripped off No Scrubs? I don't like when people... It's MJ. You know, honestly, Quinlan Blackwell was so right because there was a lot of talk about... I think what it is Jake Shane is really new on the scene and he got signed really early. I think a lot of people are kind of jealous of him in a way. I think some people are jealous of him and some people don't like him. He's very new on the scene. He got a podcast and all this crazy stuff, like what seems to be out of nowhere. And I think that that kind of makes people not like him. But Quenlin was very nice when she said this. She was like, you know, I wish that people would give people more grace when they're first on TV like this, because I've been in the game for a minute and I've had my mistakes. He seemed like he was really trying his hardest, and I couldn't imagine how hard that is to do. I don't find him entertaining. I don't watch his like stuff. It's not my cup of tea. I find it to be a bit but that doesn't mean that he's not talented. He obviously draws attention. He draws traffic. I mean, he has a big fan base, but you have to have some sort of like movement and motion to be able to get signed the way that he did. But all I'm saying is, also welcome to the chat, Sheldon. Gaga and Jiggly did end Sheeran. All I'm saying is when I'm signed, I'm ready. Kristen Chenoweth, tell me, how do you act instead of method acting? Because your talent, it's just so incredible. Are you on the cusp of a new acting technique that the girls need to know about? Or are you gatekeeping it? Because if you're gatekeeping it, that's fine. You're rich, you're allowed to. Nicole Kidman, tell me how much you like Looney Tunes. Nicole Kidman, which Looney Tune movie would you watch in the theater to escape? Bradley Cooper, what's your favorite Britney song? Isn't Jake Shane like a Nepo baby? Girl, I don't know nothing about people I don't care about. All I know is he was getting popular on TikTok because he said like very relatable things, but he was like just appetizing and tantalizing enough to not offend anybody. So they said, well, let's sign him. I don't know anything else about him. I just know that he was going viral. As somebody who like tries to pay attention to like what's moving on the internet, he was going viral for a second, and then I saw that he had a podcast, and I was like, oh, okay. That happens to some creators. Like, for real, if you have the right image and personality and brand, you can get signed quite fast for going viral on TikTok. But that is also like, you can't math that out. It's really just a time and place thing. Like, that's why I said this in front of a coffee shop a couple months ago, and I still get comments from people being like, I like this video. Sometimes you can't compare yourself to others. Jake Shane is successful, and that's good for him. But just because you aren't getting signed to interview celebrities on the red carpet doesn't mean that you don't have something in store for you. I think a lot of people get onto Jake Shane because they want his spot, but maybe that's his spot, and maybe you're better at something else. That's what I tell myself. When I see another queer femme mask presenting person who's under the height of like 6 foot get an opportunity, I'm like, I immediately the comparison thief of joy thing comes in, and then I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe that's just not my tea. Maybe I'm better for something different. Top 5 Britney songs? I have to go through her discography. Born to Make You Happy is one of my favorites. I'm sitting here alone up in my room. I think about the times that we've been through. Oh, my love. I'm looking at a picture in my hand, trying my best to understand. I really want to know what we did wrong with a love that felt so strong. On the Oops album, I like Don't Let Me Be the Last to Know. And there's probably others that I really like, but I'm like just going through the discography, giving you my favorite. On the Britney album, I like Cinderella. On In the Zone, I like, what is it? It goes, back it up now, bum your now, da-na-na-na. I think it's like the Come Up or something. On Gimme More or Blackout, I like what is it called? No, because this is gonna bother me. And there's definitely stuff I like on like Femme Fatale and Circus and stuff, but I do think that like Britney, if you really wanted to like think of her like output, I feel like you could argue that Femme Fatale is kind of part of like classic Britney, but I like to think that like classic Britney, it really depends on how you think of Britney's timeline. My favorite on Blackout is Perfect Lover. I feel like Britney era is like classic Britney. I feel like should be like Baby up to In the Zone. I feel like Britney's like sort of, I don't even want to call it a Renaissance era. There's a second era and I don't have a name for it, but it goes from like Blackout to Femme Fatale. And then after that is when we've entered the sort of TikTok era, post-COVID era, where like culture itself has shifted. So I don't even know how to, like Britney Jean and all that stuff, I don't even know how to categorize that. I'm a big Britney fan. Britney was my first like pop diva. Like I think I started becoming obsessed with Lady Gaga, but I've always loved Britney. I've always been drawn even as a young child to the fact that Britney commands so much attention, but she also like underneath it all has always seemed so like innocently in love with what she's doing. Even though she had this whole machine around her, the Britney Spears corporate machine around her, when she was on stage, when she was talking about what she does, she always seemed so happy to dance and sing. Like that's all that she wanted to do. And I really like that about her. She gave everything. She gave everything for every single performance. She is such a star. Beyonce as well. But I feel like Beyonce, like, if you like Britney, it's a given you like Beyonce. At least to me. How tall am I? I've always imagined you to be around my height. I can't do math in my head. 170 cm 2 feet. Oh, I'm taller than you. I'm 5'8". Okay, so we have those things. It looks like they're still working on that stuff. So let's go put some stuff in that Pokemon Center. What time is it? Okay, we got some time. Yeah, we do. The industry did her really dirty. Dear Diary, today I met a boy. Baby was such a fun album. I always wondered what the original Britney Jean album was going to sound like, because apparently that album was going to be her Blackout 2.0. Okay, so in her conservatorship, that era when like the Free Britney stuff was first popping off, that was also around when Britney Jean, I think, was like kind of getting built up. I read into it. Britney Jean was being like executive produced by some woman at her label who kind of like chose the songs for the sequencing. But there was a real effort from Britney, I think, at the time to try to establish creative freedom over her like business. But there were so many energies and entities that were just like not allowing her to do it. I mean, they do this to every major star. It's like a miracle that even some stars are able to like sell their catalogs and things like that. Like you have to be really, it's like starting any relationship, friendship, business partnership, intimate relationship, love, stuff like that. You have to establish like boundaries and communication really early on, because as it progresses and gets more complex, it's so hard to like go back and rewrite the rules of that relationship. I feel like that's like a general rule that I've learned about life. And I feel like by the time Britney was trying to establish a lot more creative freedom, she was surrounded by so many people that were not used to her doing that she could not find an in. The concept behind Britney Jean felt so lost in the sauce, because I was like, what are they trying to do with this? It felt as though like Britney herself had given up halfway through. And then from then on, it was like she wasn't there. Like, Mind Your Business with Will.i.am, I am almost certain is an AI voice pasted over her songwriter, because in the Britney Spears company, they have a specific songwriter. They have specific songwriters they work with a lot, but there's one specific songwriter who sounds almost exactly like her that writes all the songs. So like she's perfect because she can do backing vocals, she can like comp stuff, and Britney can come in and just like put the top line on, and then they don't have to worry about it anymore, because I feel like this conservatorship has put Britney in a place where it's like hard to even get her to come out of her house, because the moment that she does, they try to put her on stage for like 3 years. Like, the Vegas residency is so strange, because towards the tail end of it, she said, she was like, they tricked me into doing way more shows than I thought that I would do. And she was like being forced to like finish it. So I low-key hit that like Michael Jackson. I think Mind Your B, like, as somebody who's like really fascinated with pop culture, I like to see things even if it's like morbidly strange. The song is a little bit catchy, but I just don't talk about it a lot because I don't know what it is, and it's like low-key, like it's odd and ominous. Bye, Miss Body Rolls. It's fat. Manjo B, Manjo B, Manjo B. But that's true. She does have a songwriter on the team. But I think Britney, she sold her catalog. And this is the thing, like, even Britney, even when she's trying to soft retire, people still have something to say. She sold her catalog for like, I think 200 million. And people were like, she could have gotten way more. Yes, she could have. But she's also Britney Spears stuck in a conservatorship. I feel like she's just like, please give me my money and go. Because 200 million at her age, she's set. She's set. And I don't think that she really cares about a lot of those songs anymore, because they come with so much pain. It almost feels like she's like moving on. Like, yes, I think that she's proud of it. And I think she knows that she's Britney Spears. But I feel like the things that I know about what she went through, I would not be surprised if she was like, F all that. I'm moving to Mexico, and I hope everybody forgets my freaking name. Been there, done that. Like, she's so lucky she's a star, but why does she cry tears at night? Okay, we're waiting on gold for that. Oh, girl, Vulpix knows how to... Yes, Vulpix. That's what I like to see. Okay, now let's go back up here. Like, I saw a video of her spinning around at like a dive bar in Mexico, like by herself. And I remember I mentioned it on stream, and now in retrospect, I feel kind of bad because like even in that moment, she didn't have privacy. She went to this like, a barely lit dive bar in Mexico, just spinning around, doing her thing. Somebody recording her. And I think they were recording her leaving too, because I think she noticed that she was being recorded again and had to leave. People wonder why she spins around in her house all day long. It's because when she goes out, she can't go dancing. This is why I like Britney so much. She's just like me in a way. I like to go dancing too, but if everybody took their phones out and recorded me in the middle of me dancing, I would just go home and spin around at home. I think having the option to spin around in public is really nice though. I mean, she is super rich, so, you know, there's benefits to that. I feel like if I was as rich as her, I don't know if, I honestly don't think that I would be able to survive what she went through during like the whole Britney went crazy era, quote unquote. I honestly don't think that I would be able to survive it. But if I could and I came out of it, I think that all I would want is Wingstop, a joint, and like to go dance by myself, like to just like, that's when you have it all, you kind of realize that the simple things is what really makes life, you know, seeing things, meeting people, dancing, writing, singing, whatever, human little things, little activities that we used to do in caves. She's low-key a prisoner in reality. She is, and it gets worse with internet. I feel like that's another reason why she's kind of like not into it, because we're in a very internet age, and she came up when you could like go out with like Lindsay Lohan, and like maybe some people will take some pics on their digital camera, but even then it's hard to do. These days, like if you're that kind of celebrity, you're also like this like image, this always accessible image that people can like literally go to your profile and like directly like interact with. And I don't think Britney likes that. I don't think a lot of people like that. I like it. Follow me. What do I need? Not to change the subject, but Fawn, are you a spam girly? If so, what's your favorite spam? Who said that? Who said that? Shielded Badger. Thank you, Diva. You just reminded me that I need to go grocery shopping. I gotta get some toiletries. I gotta get some other things. And I'm also gonna pick up some cans of Spam. I'm not necessarily a Spam favorite. Gardevoir. Okay. Gardevoir, yes. What's up? Okay, you just want to waste my time. I'm not a Spam favoritist. I actually really like going to the store and picking out like a new flavor every time. I'll get classic or I'll pick out a new flavor. I went to a Thai wholesale grocery store just recently and they had like a specific one. It was like a little bit more sweet. I liked that one. It wasn't like candy sweet. It was just like a almost like hibachi style, like teriyaki style sweetness. I shot off camera because I was going to go pick up a Spam, but I love Spam so much that I tend to eat it and forget that I ate it. You know that one image of that Patrick eating his who ate my ice cream? Who ate my ice cream? With like the crumbs on his mouth. That's me. So like when I meet new people, I often hope that we do like a drinks only type of thing, like coffee or drinks or something, because if there's food involved, I'm gonna want at least an appetizer. And I eat. I don't think Gulio is in here anymore. But even if they are, I'm just gonna say it out loud because I want to own my insecurities. When you speak it out, it becomes less heavy. I'm the type of person where I get insecure if I'm the fastest one eating at the table. I will find the slowest eater at a table and I will wait for them. I will wait for their plate to be as empty as mine before I eat again because I get insecure about being the first one to finish their plate because I eat really fast and I really like to eat. I find celebrity culture very upsetting in the United States. It feels very culty, like overly obsessive. I feel like the mix of obsession and expectation from both reality and industry and the fans drove Brit mad. And yes, it's so true. And she's now a prisoner. Yes, Sandro. Americans have a strange relationship with celebrity because Americans, a lot of us have this concept of American exceptionalism where all of us are so individualized, like culturally and socially, that we all believe that there's a spot for all of us to become like a pop star or an athletic star or a movie star or a big businessman or something like that. Even though we live in capitalism, it requires a caste system basically. So I think that's why people liked to bully Britney. And I think that's why we still see it with like the likes of like Chappell Roan and like other, you know, child stars that go crazy. Like people are always seem to be hungry to find like the next child star that went crazy. I remember there was one child star that was found to be unhoused, obviously with addiction problems, wasn't even like clean or anything like that. But people were reposting it because they're like, oh yeah, that one used to be on Nickelodeon. And it's really like morbid because what it is like a lot of celebrity psychologically is like a parasocial relationship. You're projecting things onto people. You see yourself in people. Just like with me when I was younger with Britney Spears or even with Lady Gaga, I saw elements of myself in them. So I felt defensive over them. I felt like a sense of ownership over that brand. And it's, you know, it's strange. But I think once you acknowledge it, then you're like, okay, let's not be that crazy. I still like celebrities, but I have a much different relationship with them now. Patrick Star pomoes me so bad. That episode with the candy bar where he was blaming SpongeBob made me so irritated as a child. Girly Pop spam tier list incoming. I could do that. I could do that. I have half a mind to just like fire up the Patreon and just like talk to y'all about a specific topic. And if I think that it's like editable for like a main YouTube like moment, then I'll just edit it. But I don't know if y'all want to hear me talk about spam for 2 hours. I always finish first and I hate that. It's been normalized to say, oh, someone was hungry. No, I'm the type of girl that's going to get in front of every single thing that I worry somebody's going to like make a joke about. So when I like go out to eat, I'm the type of girl that gives a disclaimer. Hey, just so you know, I like to eat. Yes, I am hungry. No, I didn't have dinner. I mean lunch or breakfast, you know. They want Chaperone to be Crazy Boots because they think they can talk about her. Yeah. That was really real sad. And as his former co-star was milking it for content. Yeah. When did everybody stop smoking? When did everybody pair off? This used to be the most exciting city in the world, and now it's nothing but smoking near. Yes. No. Wait, Queen. That was from a TikTok, and I really liked that TikTok when I saw it. Yes, Sandro, you are very right. You are very right. Oh, it's Sex and City clip. Yes, and she like fell out the window. Okay, let's make some copper. I need to make more copper. Oh, am I working on the copper somewhere else? Yeah, Zeke. I mean, so like the celebrity class, the artistic class in like our culture, I think that's valid. I think what gets weird about it is like there's always been the artists and the comedians and the actors and the performers in all kinds of like cultures and societies. But like in America specifically, we found a way to like monetize it and turn it into a business and an industry. And in many ways, they've also like used science to figure out how to make it even more engaging. And that's where you have to really like start to do the work yourself to strike a balance, because these people who are in these positions, historically, they're the type of people that are supposed to like give us ease and comfort. Like, you know, like they're telling stories and making visuals and visions and sounds that make us feel seen or heard or make us laugh, stuff like that. But now there's also like for decades, we've been like socialized to like also become obsessed with them, and then like the obsession is something to monetize on, and then that gets weird. And then with social media, we don't get a break from our faves. Like if you really wanted to like be Megan Thee Stallion's best parasocial friend, you could go to all of her profiles and just have never-ending content. Oh my god, they're following me. Y'all, do y'all think that if Ho-Oh follows you that you're gonna get a Ho-Oh in the game? Do y'all think that I'll be able to have a Ho-Oh in the game? Because I want Ho-Oh, Charizard, and Lugia all in my main area. Do y'all think I'm gonna get another feather? This is from the Johto region. Is this... Oh, I was hoping it would poop on me. Oh my god, wait. There's somebody over there too. I don't know how to get up there and I don't care. If it's too far away, I'm not getting it, sorry. That was so interesting. I wonder what they dropped. Who's that flying celebrity? Me on Megan Thee Stallion's page. Did y'all see that Megan Thee Stallion just 6 hours ago released a music video with Nickelback? What do y'all think about that? I'm gonna pause this. Should we watch this together? Hi VOD girlies, we're back. I don't recommend watching that video. All of us here are traumatized. Let's see what's going on. Well, no, she did look good. Megan always looks good. That's never the question. Let's... Ooh, I want to keep talking about it, but I have to change the subject. Okay. If you were to franchise a fast food location like how Megan franchised Popeyes, which chain would you pick and where? It'd have to be something really standard or really high concepts, and I would also have to do a really, really like sweeping check of their standards as a business. I'm like somebody who really believes in karma, and I think that if you like even take money from a business that has, you have to really think about it. About where you take your money from, because money to me is an energy transfer. I've always believed that money is an energy transfer. So I would have to like really have to think about what company I would do. But off the bat, I would think Wendy's would be solid as an investment. Wendy's also makes great hamburgers, in my opinion. But other than that, I think I would want to do something like BB Go or something like that, or like Jollibee or something. Yeah. Jollibee, okay, if it's a restaurant that's franchised that I can open already. Yeah, I do Jollibee. I think I would like Jollibee. But if BB Go like started doing restaurants, I would definitely do that. Limited edition pink frosty. Oh, I went the wrong way. I want to, before we like fully end the stream, have both the tower and that Pokemon Center being worked on. And I don't know if anybody got back to me, but am I able to go to another area yet? I guess we can check. I feel like I have another area in this tier that I haven't gotten to yet. I feel like it does like 2 and 2, you know? I would do a Little Caesars as my first mandate. Pickled. Pickled, I have something to tell you. There's a Little Caesars near me. It's a bit of a train right away, but you know, I get my little slippers out, I get on the train. It's like a 5-minute train ride from me. There's a Little Caesars near me. I would do a Little Caesars. Pizza. I'd even do that. I do a song. Pizza. I need a piece of my Little Caesars pizza. I want you to have this. I want a piece of my favorite Little Caesars pizza. The crazy bread makes me crazy. Ah. It's a pizza so delicious. I was doing my Megan verse impression. Pop it like a crazy bread. Pop it, all up in your head. Eat it, eat that pizza slice. Every location, they treat you really nice. I actually haven't had Little Caesars enough to know if that lyric is true. I was just thinking of concepts. We're gonna send that over to Little Caesars HQ, and they'll give us some information back. I can see those gears turning. Phaun's girly pop crazy bread garlic jalapeno pepper popping poppers. Gardevoir, be wary of the wind. We need more girlies. Professor, do you build at all? Let's see. No. Okay. I think I need 3 more girls. Our talent agent will be with you shortly. I could write a lyric. Little Caesars collabs with Batman once, and the pizza for the movie looked like a... Okay, so she said she wanted to ride with the doll. Okay, 2 dolls on the lift. Okay, dolls, get to work. You ain't gotta go to work. Oh, okay, so let's part ways with the rest, because I gotta get Chef Dente. Little Caesars hot and ready, don't matter if it's good or not. Little Caesars, I don't eat Domino's, I'm not a flop. Papa John's more like Papa Wrong. Little Caesars bruschetta style, that turns me. Oh, I love songwriting. Just hollering and yapping. Oh, if it isn't Play-Doh, can you help me with something? You want me to cook hamburgers at your restaurant in a big building? You really have been getting up to some pretty impressive things out there, haven't you, sweetie? You know, I never really intended to leave this town, but I could never refuse a request to make more hamburgers for you, Play-Doh dumplings. So yes, I'll go to that building for a while at least. Just lead me to the building site where I need to make hamburgers. Follow me. That lyric woke something up in me. Yeah. La Fleur de Pas did that for some people too. That's what my lyrics do. When you eventually DJ, you should sample the pizza line from Little Caesars for songs. What? Okay, so I'm gonna play Nina Geraci. I wanna my computer. No, that's not the song. So there I was. What's the song called? Nina Geraci's Nina. It's CSIRAC. C-Rack. Yeah. I'm gonna do that song, and you know that one part where it says, so there I was humming a sound, and it wasn't even that complicated. Then came the noise. That part, then came the noise, where it does the drop. Instead of the drop, it's just gonna go, then came the noise. Pizza, pizza. And then that'll be the end of my set. Oh, it teleported me to the wrong place. Do you think Greedent will find their way? I don't think they can. I have to make another... Greedent! Don't do this to me, Diva. Because I have to go over there. Oh, I know what I can do. I know what I can do. What did I do, Dratini? Welcome home, Seda. Where'd she go? Don't worry about it. Where's my house? No. I'm like desperately trying to circumvent all of this teleporting by just using my flags. Krusty Krab pizza is the best pizza for you and me. Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza, yeah, for you and Y'all hear how I am? This is how I used to be as a... Y'all bring out a childlike thing in me. It's kind of like embarrassing because like there's a different side of me that I think people see on the stream than they see in everywhere else. Y'all bring out this childlike playful joy in me. I used to just sit in my grandma's living room and sound this way. I would just talk and make noise that I saw on TV. Have you listened to Yuna's from Itzy's new song Ice Cream? I have. I liked it. I don't know if the video was fully ethically sourced. I'm getting kind of paranoid when it comes to some music videos because I'm pretty anti-generative AI. Some of the shots, I can't tell if they're CGI or not. And maybe that's because I'm old now and I can't tell. I used to make fun of old people because they couldn't tell like CGI things, like if it was old or new, or they didn't understand how it was made. I understand how it's made, but I can't tell sometimes. But I did like the, I like the song. I randomly entered the stream of you singing Krusty Krab Pizza song while I have had it in my head the entire day. Synchronicity. This is what we love to see. Thank you. Right, that's a good way to say it. It's very coded like that. But I did like this. I like Yuna. Yeah, you're the same way, Love is Kai. Yeah, we're all kind of in that boat. I liked Yuna's last song too, Yet But. I actually like the whole Born to Be album, and which is kind of interesting because I don't normally like a lot of K-pop albums. I liked the Born to Be album, and I liked Yet But by Yuna. Hey there, you made it. Happy to add you to our crew. You must be that greetin' who's real good at cooking. Oh my, you flatter me. I am incredibly good at cooking things though, like hamburgers. I heard our dear Plato was up to something interesting, so I came to help. Now that's the kind of gung-ho attitude I like to see. Thanks for coming here. We're gonna need your help once we start working on the 3rd floor. Well, get started. Phaun, you should watch this show called Oh, everybody trying to... Okay, good luck on the 3rd floor. Oh, there's some more. Okay, so we're gonna be here a while, huh? I don't know what time it said it'd be done. 7:11. Okay, yeah, so we're not gonna wait for that, but I do want to see if I can start this Pokemon Center, and then we're gonna comb over and see if there's any other things that we can do before we end the stream. I'm gonna have some dinner, maybe watch episode of Arcane, maybe a Precure. I also have to go grocery shopping, so. What other funny little stims have everybody been thinking about? I'm seeing a lot of Alien Girl. It's not, it feels like you move like you're out of this world. Come be my alien girl. You move like, I'm kidding, BB, thank you. Wait, why do I remember something camp like artist or something walking in a room and be like, this is my art, it's real in a very pathetic way, and the art in question sucks big time? Am I tripping? No, that's my YouTube channel. Unironically, that show is cringy. Same with the new Netflix show, Age of Attraction. Oh, I don't watch a lot of Netflix. I'm watching it for Arcane, but I didn't have Netflix until I had to watch Arcane. It's also very funny. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. Prefer Yet But to Ice Cream, no shade, but I don't remember Ice Cream. Oh, it's okay, BB. Bleak Beach new area? Okay, we'll look at that. Let me see if I can start this Pokemon Center and we'll go look at that area. We got 1, 2... We might need to transfer some Pokemon in here. I'll get like 5 that I can get. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's see what all we need here. Okay, we need Trapinch, and I need somebody who can gather. I'll get a gather girl from my main area. Yeah, Love is Kai. I've been seeing a lot of like groups that are like digital, and I kind of like the idea of it. But they don't really like go that far. I don't feel like they really push them the way that they should. And now with like generative AI being so like unregulated and just all over the place, it's kind of weird sometimes. I'm like, I can't really tell. That's my rule. Normally if I hear something, read something, or see something, and I have the suspicion that it's AI, I normally just lean into, oh, it's probably AI. I try not to write everything off because there are people all over the internet now who will see like Ants the movie and be like, AI, this is AI, and it's like, girl, that's CGI. But it's getting hard to clock these days. Gather. My current vocal stem is the clip of the old lady saying to the pregnant waitress in the diner, your effing baby's gonna burn. Oh. That's a good one. My stim has been my pinkies up. Okay, let's see. Who can gather? The way they introduced I'd rather get Machamp. The way they introduced shops, and I haven't touched it because this game is so big. I'll probably get to it once I can like actually build and like make stuff. Oh, that's right. Don't y'all have clay, right? Why did I need clay? Oh, for the bricks. I got 20. I think I need like 50. Where's Charizard? Jumpluff in here making a mess, girl. She is so messy, boots. Ghastly can gather and trade? Oh, period. Oh my god. I remember that they did Ho-Oh in this game, but I didn't know that you could also get this one. Y'all, I don't know if y'all know this, but in the 90s, they did a game called Pokemon Silver. And they actually released the Pokemon in the year 2000 called Lugia. This is that legendary Pokemon. Everybody who's like Gen Z and stuff, this is kind of like if they did Zorua, but it was like a big bird dragon. Yeah, it's like Zorua or like Solgaleo and stuff like that if you're Gen Z. It's a really important and fascinating Pokemon. Let's go see what they dropped. Yes, Milo, really. It's like Zeraora or like yeah, it's like that. It's really cool, isn't it? Can you ride it like a bike? No. That's a new thing. That's a new thing that they did in Scarlet and Violet. Now let's see what this is. Whoa, it's like so windy. Like, it's so, I can't, how do I, let's try to, this wind is too strong. Is there any way that I could cut through it? Wait a minute, Minccino. I know exactly what to do. Minccino, back up. Back up, Minccino. Oh my god, this is so dangerous. Minccino, I've got this. Let me just... Minccino, this is incredible. Wow. Minccino, run! Okay, let's go back. That was a close call with Minccino, I know. I turned it off at the best part. I had an ocarina. I've actually purchased multiple ocarinas in my teenage years and learned only Lugia's song and then proceeded to lose the ocarina. You did it too, Stormwarden? Yeah, I would learn Zelda's Lullaby. There was like whole like ocarina sites that you could like follow the sheet music. And I would learn like Lugia's song, the Zelda music, and I'd be so into it for like a week. And then I would legitimately lose the ocarina. Like, I don't know where it went. It's gone. We'll get Lugia too when we get to 2,000 Pokemon. I hope. How are we just now finding out about the ocarina lore? I have a lot of lore. Well, not... Oh, I think we all have a lot of lore. Okay, so we have both of those buildings going. Oh, right. Let's go to Bleak Beach. I at least want to see what this area is. I don't think I'm going to do any story because I have to go grocery shopping, but I want to see the area. It's Minchino and Venonat trying to get their screen time after they flop their respective seasons. Lugia? Lugia? Are you kidding me? You know who you really look like? Latias Van Dross. Someone in this chat saw Victoria Justice earlier today. What? We didn't hear the soundboard? Your trainer rank is Ultra. The area gate will now open. So in order to get to Master, I'm going to have to get Master rank on TCG Pocket. The little dance is so cute. Bust it like a Cheeto dust. It happened. They said Victoria Justice walked into their cafe with Drake Bell. No way. Huh? Didn't Drake Bell like surrender his American citizenship? It's my birthday today and I'm out shopping, so I'm just stopping by. Just wanted to say that this past year you were in the light of some of my darkest days, and I hope you know how much you mean and affect. Thank you, J-Bot. That's very sweet of you to stop by and say happy birthday, J-Bot. Thank you so much. Happy birthday to J-Bot. Happy birthday, J-Bot. Thank you so much. Yeah, all that trash, girl. Go to Sparkling Skylands. Y'all. All roads lead back to the Sparkling Skylands. It looks like we have to finish that tower. I'm actually happy about that because the tower seems to be a multi-phase thing, which means that there's one more area after this. I was kind of low-key worried that there was going to be like 2 areas, which would be fine, but I am trying to beat this game with some sense of like, what's the word? Urgency. Okay, J-Bot, thank you again and happy birthday. How do you guys respond to highlighted messages? Am I blind or dumb or both? Because I don't see how. I'm not sure, Stormwarden. I just see it. OBS just shows me. I don't know what I'm doing here. I learn as I go. Because singing killed my grandma? Okay, okay, sorry. I won't sing. Oh, let's go put the bricks away and then we can end the stream. It was a reference to trolls. Yeah. I think I've seen that. One day I'll do a karaoke stream. Yeah, one more thing. I told myself I would end 20 minutes ago. This is actually my one more thing. Okay. This is how quickly my brain can connect synapses. I said one more thing. And then I started thinking One Day More from Les Mis. And then I started thinking about Hugh Jackman's vibrato. And then I started thinking, what if I sang one more thing in Hugh Jackman's voice? But if I just did that without any context, y'all would have thought I was crazy. I need more concrete. Hugh Jackman is a beautiful man, and I hate to be the person who's like, oh, they might be gay. I really don't like to push that onto people, because at the end of the day, like, sexuality is much different than gender and sexuality are two different things. But there's something about my gaydar that goes off with Hugh Jackman. And I know. That's like really weird and parasocial, but I'm like, something about him feels, he just, yeah. At the end of the day, it's night, so. No, I won't be able to. I need more concrete. Is there anybody else who can do this? What do you need? Okay, so they have crush. So let's see if I can find anybody who can. Baby, I'm crushed. One more thing. The one more thing is to get this concrete crushing before I go get my groceries. Is Brout in the game? I kind of hope that they continue to give this game love and keep its service throughout the Switch 2, because it would be really fun if all the new starters were able to spawn. Do you think that Kelly Rowland is in this game? The legendary Pokemon Kelly Rowland? Pickles, you know this about Kelly. She's very busy. I want her. We all want her in the game, right? Put a 1 in chat if you want Kelly Rowland in the game. But one of the themes that we've been talking about today, Pickled, is setting our expectations, right? I just don't think that she has the time for it right now. Hey, it's me, Hugh Jackman. I love your work and keep on slaying boots, Diva. Oh, Larvitar can crush. Larvitar said, oh, baby, I'm crushed. Give me that concrete. Come on, Larvitar. I got a party for you. Oh, Larvitar looks so cute with their little eyeliner. Their little NYX Jet Black pencil marker eyeliner. Loaf of bread. If Meg had the time to get dill pickle eyes and hang out with Nickelback, then Kelly Rowland has the time to make a cameo in Poptopia. And you should tweet that directly at her. Okay, so what do we put in here again? Limestone. Of course I don't have limestone. Okay. I'm gonna have to add some more while Larvitar works on this. Let's go get some limestone. I don't need that much more. I don't need that much more limestone. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I'm getting sucked into the game. Limestone is like yellow, right, y'all? There's gotta be some limestone somewhere. You saying Crush Fawn reminded me of a B-side of Isna called Super Crush. You should listen to it because it's so darn good. Honestly, it should have been their lead single. A lot of K-pop groups missed that mark with the lead single. Fawn, I saw a meme of Mega Meganium with her new ability mixed with Never Ending Midnight Sun and immediately thought of you. Thank you. That's really cool. I love that Mega Meganium is getting so much love and there's so much excitement around her. One more thing. One more thing. I hope that for Winds and Waves, they hire Lady Gaga to sing the credits. Now, if Lady Gaga sings the credits of Winds and Waves, then I will say that my life has a karmic cycle that has completed. Because if I play Winds and Waves, Generation 10 of Pokemon, where both Pokemon and I both turned 30 at the same time, and at the end credits, I hear Lady Gaga singing, you will not be able to convince me. I will immediately enter a psychosis. Y'all will see me live entering a y'all know that one gif of Sophie up against the wall? That'll be me. Ed Sheeran's song Loki made me cry. Me too. On the island. Oh yeah, I found it, Milotic. Thank you. Not Sophie the producer, Sophie the destroyer. I'm on the deep end, watch as I dive in. Pokemon wins in waves. Scarlet and Violet almost flopped real bad. Okay, I went to the wrong area. I could have just teleported back to Miss Eyeliner. Almost. I say almost, Kargoshi, because whenever I do talk about how much Scarlet and Violet flopped, one of the comments that I always get is, well, technically it sold the most out of any game. So I'm like, okay, I guess it almost flopped. Bowick da, I summon you to have Lady Gaga sing the ending credits of Winds and Waves. It's MJ, do not make a deal with Bowick da. If you say it one more time with an intention and a manifestation, they will come and they will ask for a transaction. What's everyone's favorite end credits pop song for a video game? Mine is My Hands by Leona Lunas for Final Fantasy 13. I don't know. Where is Larvitar? More thing. Okay, Larvitar, we gotta hurry up. This loading screen, Ditto jumping up and down, girl. She can only do this so much. I honestly don't even remember what the outro soundtrack of Ed Sheeran's song even sounded like. Okay, I think I teleported too much and confused Larvitar. Let's see if we can go get her. Hey, Larvitar? Oh, Charizard, thank you. Actually, I didn't need this anymore, but I expect nothing less from you. Thank you. My favorite is Firework by Katy Perry at the closing credits of Red Dead Redemption 2. That didn't happen. I played that game. That did not happen. Moon River. Okay, Bayonetta. Yeah, I'll say that. My favorite is Bayonetta soundtracks. All three of them. I love the Bayonetta 3 intro too. I know that people didn't like Bayo 3, but I thought that the song was really cunt. Hi, Megapixels. Yeah, Larvitar. Yeah. Go, Larvitar. Yeah. There we go. Larvitar's kind of cute. Something is supposed to spawn here, but it hasn't. All right, this is where we'll end. Let's say bye to the VOD girlies. VOD girlies, I hope you enjoyed today's stream. I know that there's a lot of content out these past few weeks. I've just been in my streamer bag lately. Like, I've just been really liking streaming. Watch it at 2x speed if you have to. Good luck. But otherwise, I'm so grateful for y'all and all y'all support. The VOD channel has been really boosted by the Poptopia release, but it wouldn't be anything if y'all weren't showing up here, having a good time with me, engaging both in the VOD comment section and the Twitch. I will remind you, like, watching the VOD, it almost equates in terms of support, so never feel like you have to show up unless you just want to come gab with the girls. All right. Yeah, Pickled, we will. All right, VOD girlies, thank you so much. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. Bye.